Very warm welcome to Forfarshire Cricket Club. Beautiful sunlit morning. It's Papua New Guinea versus Ireland. It's the third, fourth place playoff. Big game for both sides. Unfortunately, not reaching the final itself, but plenty to play for nonetheless. We're here for the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier 2019. PNG have been a bit of a surprise package so far. Ireland slightly disappointing. As I mentioned, the weather is playing ball. Absolutely sensational morning. Hardly a cloud in the sky. I've got Isabel Joyce alongside me. Good morning, Isabel.
Good morning, Niall. Yeah, what a day to finish off on. Hopefully we'll make it through without any rain.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea have been good so far. Obviously losing out to Thailand a couple of days ago, but they've been very impressive. Really, really impressive. You've been busy this morning, Isabel. You've been out wandering the grounds, chatting to every player possible, and you're also out conducting the coin toss. Let's see what happened at the toss.
Hello and welcome to Forfarshire Cricket Club in Scotland for the ICC Women's 2020 World Cup Qualifier third, fourth playoff. With me I have the captain of Papua New Guinea, Kaya Arua, captain of Ireland, Laura Delaney, and third umpire, Jacqueline Williams, who will conduct the toss.
This is a coin, this is heads, this is tails. You will toss and you will call. Tails is a call, heads it is. Laura, you've won the toss.
We'll have a bow first.
Okay, Laura. You've won the toss, what have you decided to do?
We've decided to have a bowl first today,
Okay, and what's the thinking there?
hoping to just restrict PNG to anything less than 100. Yeah, so.
Okay, and have you any changes to the team today?
Yeah, we have two changes. Shona Kavanagh is out, Rebecca Stokel is in, and Una Raymond Towie stays in for Celeste Rack.
Okay, well good luck.
Thanks a mil, thank you.
Kaya? If you'd won the toss, would you have had a bat first?
No, we'll go for a bowl.
Okay, and happy enough to bat first though?
Yeah.
What do you think your good total is today?
We're looking at more than 100. We know that they are a very good team. But we'll try hard, try our best, and just be
Very
try
good.
hard. Yeah.
And any changes to your team today?
We have two changes. We brought in Isabel Towa and Narela Ila.
Okay, and are they batters, bowlers? What are you strengthening?
Isabel is she's an all-rounder, and Narela is a better. So
Okay, well good luck.
thank you.
That's it from the toss.
Well, a change of tact from Ireland. Laura Delaney winning the toss, deciding to have a ball first. It looked a good pitch. Isabel, were you surprised with that decision?
Well, Ireland's bowling hasn't been too bad this week. It's their batting that's let them down, so perhaps they just want to know what they're chasing. They haven't been able to figure out what a good score is so far, so knowing what you're chasing sometimes can just help out with that.
Well, it's an interesting tactic. If you're saying the batting has struggled slightly, you're going to put your batters under more pressure second time round. Good crowd forming already this morning. Plenty have travelled over back and forth from Ireland every day. It's been wonderful to see. Bangladesh have had wonderful support, and they'll have great support this afternoon for the final. But first of all, we've got the third, fourth place playoff. A big game nonetheless. Let's have a little look through the sides, the expected starting 11s, and give us your insights into these sides, Isabel.
Well, a couple of changes for both teams, Niall. Extra batter coming in for Ireland. Rebecca Stokel, really tall girl, likes to hit straight down the ground, and that's a good choice, I think, from Ireland because it's been difficult to score runs on this wicket. So she'll hit strongly down the ground, and Papua New Guinea have a couple of really good spinners. Sabona Jimmy comes to mind. She's been fantastic. They also have Una Raymond Hoey playing her second game of the tournament. She did well when she faced her two balls the other day, but got run out.
You mentioned Sabona Jimmy, third in the run charts, 91 runs, and third in the wicket charts, 8 wickets. So let's have a little look through some of the players we know fairly well, and some of the Irish side and the Papua New Guinea side, but maybe some players that people back home may not know so much about.
Yeah, Brenda Tao is a big player for Papua New Guinea as well. She'll have the gloves and come in 3. New player in Isabel Toa. She's an all-rounder, so giving her the first chance of the tournament to show what she can do. And for Ireland, a couple changes. Louise Little comes in. She's a good seam bowler. People might know her brother, Josh Little. He had a brilliant debut for Ireland earlier in the summer. And there we have Rebecca Stokel down the bottom there. she hits a big ball, so she'll be up top trying to give her team some impetus. And then, of course, in the Papua New Guinea squad is Mari Tom. She's a good seamer. And so is Ravini Oa. I've been really impressed with her bowling. She's moved the ball away and bowled good lengths.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Sabona Jimmy third in the batting run charts, 91 runs, third in the bowling, 8 wickets. So a chance for her to add to her tally with both bat and ball. For Ireland, Kim Garth is in the top 7 with 71 runs. And Emma Richardson has picked up 6 scalps, so she's had a good campaign and hoping to finish on a high. It can be a difficult game. Well, nice moment this morning for both sides, getting some snaps taken, some memories to think back fondly. It's been a difficult campaign for Ireland. It's Ian Jacobs, stalwart of the cricketing photography world, doing a stellar job as always, and it's always nice to have a little momentum. But a difficult game, Isabel, I think for Ireland especially, would have come into this tournament expecting to qualify for the World Cup. PNG, I would think, would be pretty happy with their campaign. And this is a game when sometimes there's maybe not a great deal on it, but you've got to get yourself up and about again.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea never having finished higher than 4th. They've got a lot to play for. Get that one bit higher and just keep on chipping away at those rankings. Ireland disappointed. They've never been lower than 10th, so they've got to try and maintain spot 11 at least, get a bit of dignity back, show what they can do. They have improved in areas over the tournament, but a big improvement again today will show people back home that, you know, even though it's a new young squad, there's lots to come from this group.
So as a captain, and you've been in these shoes before trying to lift morale, what do you say to the side? You're not going to the World Cup. You know that this afternoon is going to be very difficult. They're going to watch a final, watch 2 teams progressing to the World Cup. What are you saying as captain to raise the troops, raise morale, say one more performance, give me one good performance before we get on that plane home?
Well, there's lots of things to play for, and there's different things for different members of the squad. Some of them will be trying to put themselves in the shop window for tournaments around the world, as you've mentioned before. Some of them are trying to claim their spots to be more regular members of the team. So, you know, you have to perform every game to make sure that you're in the next squad, or you're in, you know, the winter programs, or, you know, there's 6 contracted players that are going to be named again next year, and you want to put yourself in the shop window for that. So it's those little things, but also personal pride. You know, some of the players are disappointed with how they've gone, and that's understandable, but here's another opportunity to, you know, get themselves up in the rankings. You know, you said Kim Garth, number 7 in the run scorers, Emer Richardson's in number 11, and they won't be happy with that, Ireland. They'd want to have people higher up. They'd want to have someone having made a 50 at least. It's been a low scoring tournament, but yeah, you'd still want to be up there. And then same with the bowling. Emer Richardson, number 5, but no one else in the top 10.
Well, a perfect chance today to just go out and play with freedom. It's not really a huge pressure situation. Release the shackles. Go play T20 cricket as it's supposed to be. Fun, enjoyment, focused, express yourself. You feel Ireland have played a little bit within themselves this tournament. The pressures at times, I may be wrong, but seems to have got to them. And Papua New Guinea, on the other hand, have played with great freedom. They've just expressed themselves. They've played with a smile on their face. They've enjoyed their cricket. They've fought tooth and nail. Of course they have. They've showed wonderful skill with the bat, ball and in the field. But it's a chance for both sides to go out and play with real freedom, express yourselves, and you never know. We may just get a good high-scoring game with both sides going for an all-out attack.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Spoke to Brenda Tao earlier today. She spoke fantastically well about what they can take from this tournament. She spoke about, you know, they're disappointed not to make the final, and you always wonder about people if they're not disappointed about not making the final. So it was good to hear that. And she spoke about what they're going to do in the next few months ahead of the 50 over World Cup qualifiers next summer, to make sure that they put themselves in position to get to the final again.
Well, a few last words by the skipper, Laura Delaney. Seems a pretty happy camp all the same. 2 fixed, focused Papua New Guinea batters ready to show the world one more time just exactly what they can do. Well, we've got a stellar cast in the combox today. Isabel Joyce alongside me, a long-time serving Irish cricketer. Ian Leggett will join us. He'll come in with his wonderful insights throughout the day with a little Scottish flavour to the occasion. Always wonderful to have Ian alongside us. And for the first time all tournament, really, there's hardly a cloud in the sky. Dare I say it, it's even slightly warm.
Yeah, we had the Cricket Ireland performance director putting on the sun cream beside us earlier, so that gives you an impression of just how sunny it is. It's only 10 o'clock and I'm already feeling the heat in the comm box here, Niall. And it's going to be Kim Garth to start off. She's bowling from the pavilion end, and it's Naomi Ver and Sabona Jimmy who'll be opening for Papua New Guinea.
Well, I'm a big fan of Kim Garth. I think she's a wonderful cricketer. I think she'll be fairly open and honest in her self-appraisal. Probably hasn't been at her best this tournament. Some of Ireland's senior players haven't put in match-winning performances, which has led to Ireland not qualifying. But it's again a chance to put a big marker down, and as you say, get a good performance on the world stage. Games being streamed all around the world. People will be watching. Make no mistake about that. There's franchise cricket, state cricket. All these scouts are watching all these games. Every game matters. And this game, although it's a third, fourth place qualifier, still plenty to play for. We're up and running. Right on the money. Good line, good length. Plenty behind it, good pace, and a good start by Kim Garth.
Yeah, she's not at the best preparation for this tournament. Kim Garth had a big injury over the summer, unable to bowl through their West Indies series, which she was disappointed about. So she's been growing every game, growing into her lines and lengths. She's figured out the wicket, and she started off really well there.
Full toss. Sabona Jimmy on the drive. Through for a comfortable single. Bit slow in the mid-off region there. Emma Richardson just a bit slow to react. Sabona Jimmy has had a good campaign. Up and running.
Yeah, I don't think she expected them to take her on there, Richo. So she'll be annoyed with herself. No doubt Kim Garth gave her a look, and Ireland need to make sure that they cut off all those singles, because every run, as we've experienced this week, is absolutely massive.
Nice. Excellent line and length. Good action, Kim Garth. She's got a really good, strong, repeatable action. I mean, she's got very good control, can bowl with good pace. Has some variations that she tends to use at the back end of the innings as well. Good, strong action. Comes from good cricketing pedigree.
Yeah, opens the bowling for her men's club team on occasion as well, Kim Garth, so hits a really good length.
Well, that'll be interesting. Pembroke, is it?
Yeah, a really strong team. They've got something like 5 men's internationals at the moment, but they don't have a large number of seam options available to them. So she comes in and brings the added factor, the added fear factor for the opening batters of other teams. And she's trapped some well-known Irish cricketers. Tends to get them LBW, and one that nips back in.
Well, I'd love to see her try and take the new ball off Barry McCarthy's hands down at Pembroke.
That's probably why she hasn't been doing it this year. Now he's only just back from his county cricket campaign, obviously committed to Ireland. All the new laws coming in about Irish players playing in county cricket, making sure that he plays for Pembroke Cricket Club, and they're playing their final today, Pembroke versus Marion. So big day for cricket, Irish cricket in general.
Good finish. Good start by Kim Garth. Just the two coming from it. Papua New Guinea, after losing a toss and being inserted, the 2 for no loss. You're at the forefront of the women's game in Ireland. We've touched on it all week, really. Some young players coming through, which is good to see. This tournament, you think of Sophie McMahon doing very well. Young Prendergast has looked good at times. Plenty of talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, this tournament will stand to them. You really don't know how you're going to react in pressure situations until you're in them. So it's good to see some of the younger players coming to the fore as the week has gone on. They'll learn a huge amount from having lost in certain situations. Like, what would I do different? How will I change for next time? You've got Emma Richardson bowling her off spin. She's a veteran, however. So 2 experienced bowlers opening up, but lots of youth to come.
Well, this is interesting. Emma Richardson tends to give the ball a fair bit of air. So you just wonder whether the right-hander may just take on the slog sweep. Mid-on is in the ring. Mid-wicket is in the ring. They've got a deep square leg. and a deep backward square leg, so bit of protection on leg side, but a big gap from that deep forward square all the way around to, well, you got the whole field if you can get it up and over the infield.
Flight straight through, and that's a wicket. First ball for Emer Richardson. Really disappointing for Naomi Ver.
Well, disappointing for Ver, but high fives all round for Emer Richardson. Let's have a little look at this. Flighted delivery. Gave the ball plenty of air as she normally does. Ver was eyeing up that leg side.
Looked like a plan. They had two out in the leg side. Bit of gap behind square leg. Naomi Ver decided to take it on. I'll just take a single over here. It's a bit flighted straight underneath. Almost yorked herself.
Well, it was flight. It was a full toss. It's actually a full toss in the end, and Naomi Ver just makes a bit of a mess of it. Misses a full bunger and sees her off stump. Peg back. Early breakthrough for Emer Richardson. Backing up the captain's decision to give her the new rock.
Yeah, a wry smile after that delivery from Emer Richardson. Don't think that was quite what she meant to do, but she'll take it nonetheless. And she's been a little bit unlucky this week. She's had a good few chances that haven't quite gone to hand or just gone over people's heads. So maybe today's the day where she claims a number of wickets.
Well, the keeper, Brenda Tao, is the new batter in. Well, Emer Richards picked up her 7th wicket, just her 5th game, so power to add. Good return for Emer Richardson, who's a good all-round cricketer. Experience playing in New Zealand, domestic cricket, and brought that experience back into the Irish setup. Good addition. Let's see if she can get any purchase out of this pitch. 3rd game played on this pitch, of course. They played 2 games, the semi-finals, on this exact wicket on Thursday afternoon. Flighted again. Another full toss. Well, gets away with another one. I wouldn't be advising this tactic of full tosses.
Very low full tosses though, so sometimes as a bowler you'd rather bowl a low full toss than a short ball. So I'd rather she does that, flights it well, Emer Richardson, than bowls too flat and too short, because those tend to just sit up a little bit, and Tao is strong on the back foot.
Better line, better length, and the field is set accordingly. Leah Paul in that backward point region. She is a little pocket rocket. Has been wonderful in the field. Run outs, catches galore.
Flighted. That's a better length from Richardson. Brenda Tao has run out in the semi-final. She's a really important batter for Papua New Guinea. She said she cried her eyes out after she was out. Really disappointed with it, so she might be reticent to take on the fielders today. Wider. Well bowled from Richardson. She's just trying to get out of this over.
Well, Emer Richards given it plenty of flight. There's an opportunity for the PNG batters, if they're willing, to take a step down and come down the wicket and get the ball on that nice juicy full toss. On the reverse, plenty of protection. Bit of a wild throw, but it's a good over. Wicket maiden for Emer Richardson.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea 2 for 1 from 2. So not good figures for them. They look a little bit nervous. They were very quiet in the second half of their fielding innings in their semi-final. Really disappointed with what they'd done. So you just wonder if that's still playing on their minds. That's the story so far. Brenda Tao is still on a duck. She's still in there with Sabona Jimmy. And these two have to do the bulk of the work for Papua New Guinea. They're their most experienced and best batters.
Well, they shouldn't have any nerves. You could understand nerves in a knockout semi-final, but not today. Today is all about enjoyment. Express yourself. Kim Garth to continue. Well bowled. Nice stroke. Nicely collected at mid-off by Emer Richardson, who's in the game. Already picked up a wicket and a couple of good bits of work at mid-off. Kim Garth bowling on the full side. Good action. Really strong action. Still very young. Seems to have been around a long time. Kim Garth, very experienced for a player of her age.
Oh, that's a better length from Garth. Just hitting the deck there, letting the ball talk.
You mentioned a couple of previous games, Kim Garth sometimes struggling to the left-hander. Tends to swing the ball away to the right-hander, into the lefty, but has struggled at times this tournament, just starting too straight. That's much better. For her shape, better starting a fourth, fifth stump, swinging the ball back into the off stump.
Oh, that's really good again. I think it's just the amount that she's bowled. When you're a right arm bowler, bowling to right-handers is easier. So she hasn't bowled a huge amount coming into this tournament. Left-handers, you've got to really attack the crease and get the ball across, but without floating it up there, which we saw earlier on the over. So yeah, it's just that little bit of lack of match time for Kim Garth. And obviously 5th game of the tournament, she's into her work.
Playing a miss, well, 5th game, probably potentially too little too late, but you mentioned you spoke to Brenda Tao before the game and spoke about PNG's plans moving forward next 4, 5, 6 months. What exactly are those plans for PNG cricket?
Oh, she said they know what they need to work on. They're going to work hard, sacrifice. They've obviously had a bereavement recently. They've lost one of their players, so I think they'll go home, have a think about that. That's really well played, Brenda Tao. Beautiful. 2 full from Kim Garth. And that one races away. Beautifully stroked through the covers from Brenda Tao.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Absolute crackerjack shot. Left-hander. You cannot give width to any left-hander. They'll punish you. Angle going across. Gets a good stride into the ball. Head position absolutely perfect. Placement. Very, very elegant stroke. Easy on the eye. Beautiful shot. Change of field. Deep cover's gone out. We might just go back to that really. What exactly are the plans for PNG? They know what they need to work on. What exactly is that? What are they looking to work on to improve for the next tournament?
Better length, quick single taken. Oh, that's good. A couple of balls for Brenda Tao. Yeah, they were disappointed with their batting. Papua New Guinea, no surprise there. I think that's been the story of the tournament for most teams, and usually what you'll find in up and coming women's teams is that brings her at the end of the 3rd. Papua New Guinea 8 for 1. And there you have it. Kim Garth disappointed with her second last ball. She's gone for 8. Emma Richardson, no runs so far, so she'll be looking to bowl a second maiden. Yeah, usually when you're coming up, the bowling is better first and batting follows. So the bowling and fielding has been good from Papua New Guinea, but the batting has been lacking at times.
Emma Richardson to continue. Nicely put away. Straight to Leopoldo. Well, Emma Richardson, lots of experience. Started well here. Right arm off spin. Needs to drive the ball into that back of a length. Floated. Full toss. Smashed away. Straight to the deep backward square. Well, that ball could easily have been hit into that primary school that we've been hearing that bell go off all week.
Yeah, not quite finding her length so far, Emma Richardson. It looks like she's decided to bowl very slow today. It's the slowest we've seen her bowl. Maybe she's trying to get the extra revs to 2 left-handers.
Yeah, very slow. Just holding the ball back. Not giving the batters any pace to work with whatsoever. Sabona Jimmy, good tournament. Looking to finish strong. Full toss again. Swiped. In the gap. Really good shot. Sabona Jimmy. It's another full toss. Emma Richardson bowled a number of full tosses and got away with it so far, but not that time. Good stroke.
Yeah, well, she saw Brenda Tao miss out a couple of balls previously, and Sabona Jimmy was decided, no, I'm going to put it in that gap right between the fielders. Really well played. She didn't overhit it, just made sure it went into that gap between square leg and mid wicket. Better for Richardson.
Should be out. Is out. Tossed up delivery. A little bit of flight, enticing the big hit. Straight up in the air. Easy catch. Rebecca Stokel snaffles it with aplomb.
Well, how often do you see that? A 4 and out. Sabona Jimmy looks a dejected figure coming off. She knows that she should have done better. That was the delivery that Emma Richardson was looking for all along, I reckon. Bit of turn for her. Flighted. Good length. And just enough turn to make sure that Jimmy doesn't catch hold of it. The tall Rebecca Stokel making that one look easy.
Yeah, it's a difficult shot to execute, especially on this pitch. All week, batters who have tried to hit from a standing position in the crease have struggled to clear the ropes or clear the infield. Players playing the ball straight have managed to get over the infield when they've come down the wicket and gathered some momentum. New batter in, another left-hander, Tanya Ruma. Right-hander, I think, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, I think the mistake she made was going against the spin there, Sabona Jimmy. She just looked like she was looking at mid-on. The spin, of course, of Emma Richardson taking it away from her. She should have gone over mid-off.
Well, difficult stroke hitting from standing. It's very well bowled. It's a difficult stroke on a slightly slow, soft wicket. 4 overs bowled, 13 for 2. When you're trying to hit from a standing position against a spinner, and Emma Richards not putting any pace on the ball, so you've got to generate all the pace through your stroke play. Would have been best served maybe trying to come down the wicket, get some momentum through the shot. It's been a good start here for Ireland. 13 for 2 PNG. Ireland winning the toss, elected to bowl first. I don't mind that. Take a couple of early scalps, get batting in the afternoon sun, but pitch would have been under covers for the best part of a day yesterday. Gloomy again yesterday, wasn't it? Bit of sun, but a bit of rain.
Yeah, definitely wants second use. It's played better as it's gone on this wicket. Orla Prendergast bowling her first over of the day from the Pavilion Road end. Yeah, I reckon if you're going to come down the track, or if you're going to try and hit straight today, hit the first one along the ground. Make sure that you're to the pitch of the ball. Get a feel for it. Next one, hit over.
So you don't buy into the Brendan McCullum theory of batting. There's no fielders in the air then.
Good start from Prendergast. Going down leg. No decision to make there for umpire Claire Polasak. Well, I do buy it on better wickets, or on quicker wickets. It's a good wicket. They've done a good deal of work to make sure that we're out here and playing, which has been impressive from the ground staff. But this is a slow wicket, so I would say, judging by the very low scores so far this week, you're best served going along the ground early on.
Prendergast back of a length, nicely cut away. Been impressed by Prendergast, Orla Prendergast. Another good seamer, tall, good action. Not fast, but lively enough. Gets a bit of shape on the ball. Back into the right-hander generally.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do. She's not really very strong yet, so once she puts on a bit of muscle, she might put on a bit of pace.
Gives herself room. Brenda Tao struggling a little bit. 6 off 15 balls. The keeper bat. Yeah, I suppose the S&C program now is so important. Sport and science and sports medicine. It's important for the women's game to get on a program, get training, get yourself physically fit, strong, generate that extra bit of pace so you don't incur injuries, etc.
And that's out. Not the greatest decision from Brenda Tao. She's decided to go for the ram shot. She'd hit the ball well through point two, the first 2 balls of the over, but got nothing for it. So she's gone for the ramp, and Orla Prendergast takes her first wicket.
Brenda Tao, disappointing innings comes to an end. 6 off 16, never got going. The southpaw. Brenda Tao, it's got to go. Prendergast around the wicket, going for the scoop, which started out as the Dill scoop many years ago, back in 2009. Tilakaratne Dilshan started it, a la Joss Butler. Unfortunately for Brenda Tao, she watches it straight onto her middle and leg stump. It's a disappointing dismissal. Not needed, you wouldn't think, in this stage of the game as well.
No, definitely not needed. I think she'd had enough. Brenda Tate had hit a couple of good deliveries. This is Kaya Arua, the skipper, who's in. Yeah, had a couple of good shots, and you would have thought would have given her heart that if she just missed the fielder, it would have raced away to the boundary, but didn't execute the shot very well either. Head outside the line of the ball. You need to keep your eyes right behind the ball when you're playing that shot, so just moving too far to the offside. The right-hander in, Orla Prendergast, following on from what she did, the work she did in the previous game. She was fantastic against Bangladesh.
Yeah, good bowler, real talent. Should enjoy bowling to the right-hander here. Just brings the ball back in from off to leg. Like that. Good cricket. Good line, good length. Seam was positioned nice and upright. Nice stroke. Always nice to get a nice stroke out of the middle of the bat earlier innings, even if you don't yield too many runs. Just a feel-good factor. Ireland not over-attacking. No slips in play. No catches too close to the wicket, so just looking to defend. Try and dry up the runs early and create pressure.
A good finish from Orla Prendergast. She's followed on from Emer Richardson. A wicket maiden to start her off as 5 are gone. Papua New Guinea are 13th for 3.
Fabulous fight. Prendergast, wicket maiden to start. What a lovely way to start your bowling spell. Ireland have been very good so far. They've bowled well all tournament, truth be told. Isabel, you've mentioned it hasn't been their bowling that's let them down. It's been their batting, and if they can keep Papua New Guinea to a fairly reasonable score, you would hope the batters will come good. Nice scenes here in Dundee. Wonderful, a lovely walk yesterday. Long walk, longer than I thought actually in the end. I had to get a bus home.
Emer Richardson's bowling her third over. No surprise. Flighted. Oh, it's well bowled. That's the length and the line, and she knew how close that was, Emer Richardson. I think she's just mostly happy that she's landed it right on the spot that she's looking for.
Well, that was a beauty. A little bit of drift away, and it did turn. Took a little bit of turn, nearly through the gate. Would I be right in saying that Emer Richardson's time in New Zealand has been spent fairly well? She looks very fit, very strong. Cricket's come on leaps and bounds.
Well, she works in cricket, so it's her whole life, all of the time. So, and she's playing state cricket, playing with a club, so probably playing more cricket than most of the Irish girls. Too full. Doesn't get all of it. Orla Prendergast comes in from deep mid-wicket. Yeah, she'll want to practice that shot again. Arua.
Would that be something for all, not just Irish teams, PNG, Thailand, all more cricket? The more they play, the better they learn quicker, as opposed to playing a tournament and maybe not playing cricket for 2 or 3 months.
Absolutely. I kind of played in Australia really near the end of my career, and I was really disappointed that I hadn't got to do that earlier. I learned so much in those few years, and then finished off well bowled again. Yeah, so my knowledge by the back end was probably 150 times more than in the previous 33 years.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I'm sure Ireland will be eyeing up tournaments against Thailand, USA. We spoke about off-air. Quadrangulars, tri-series. Nicely bowled again, really nicely bowled. Bit of bounce that time, maybe just clipped the back pad or just off the glove. No slip in place, which is, well, people at home are probably tired of me asking for a slip fielder to be in place.
Yeah, a bit of bounce for Emer Richardson now, though. Wicket's drying up, so I'd like to see that third man going to slip as well, Niall.
It's close. That's close. Ooh. Not enough. Not close enough, says the umpire. Looked fairly straight to me. Kim Cotton, one of our umpires today, Claire Polisak, and third umpire today, Jacqueline Williams. And as always, the wonderful Graham LeBroy from Sri Lanka is the ICC match referee. He's a busy man, Graham, isn't he? He's always on the go.
Yeah, works hard. Let's see how this goes. I'm not sure what that one had wrong with it. Perhaps a bit of bat. Kim Cotton wasn't sure, or too much turn. I thought she was in with a shout there. Papua New Guinea looking a little bit under the weather. 15 for 3 after 6. That's a power play done. And once you lose 3 wickets in the power play, you really struggle.
Well, Prendergast continue. Nice. And I think it's time now for Lord of the Lane to get a slip in place. Get a catcher in there. Go for the jugular. You got the opposition 15 for 3. Bang, bang, 20 for 5. They're out of the game.
That's a number of times Kaya Ruiz just hung the bat outside off. She did the previous over. It went for a single off her glove. And now she's done it first ball of order. Prendergast. It's over. She's playing a good length, good bounce. Get a slip in.
Well, they've got 7 players, Ireland, saving a single. And when you've got a team 15 for 3, I don't think you need 7 players saving a single. Well, they must be listening to us. Bravo. Slip going in. I think it's Kim Garth who's going to position herself alongside Mary Waldron. Nice to see. On the attack.
Yeah, good slip fielder, Kim Garth. Used to field and slip when she was bowling. And I think she kind of wished she could be in slip herself at the same time as bowling.
Playing a miss. Oh, a few went down off her bowling. Is that what you're trying to say? You shelled a few, did you?
I've been known to drop 1 or 2, but also I'm quite small, so on good decks in Ireland that with a bit of bounce, 1 or 2 went over the head.
Well, there's a saying in cricket, there's no such thing as an easy slip catch. You just ask Jason Roy. Prendergast, slightly leg side. Just tucked around the hip. There is protection down there. Cuts it off to a single. Good work down a fine leg. Yeah, slip fielding, never easy. And then you drop one and everyone says, how do you drop such an easy catch?
Well, not a huge number of bowlers in Ireland that need a slip fielder, so not a lot of experience there, but Orla Prendergast looks like she's going to need one a lot in the future. She's only 17, so lots of strength to come, lots of practice, and she might be getting lots of catches in slip. Good length again. Oh, well fielded, Orla Prendergast.
Well, that's good bowling. Good line and length. Really good, really impressive. Orla Prendergast. I haven't seen much of her, but this is excellent. Sophie McMahon as well, I've been very impressed with. The next cabs off the rank, as you were. Really good, talented players coming through the system. Nice options for Laura Delaney to have up her sleeve. Leg side, half a shout. Sliding leg side. Prendergast will struggle to get LBs with that shape. Another over. Done and dusted though. 7 overs bowled, 16 for 3.
Well, the previous over before Orla Prendergast, Emma Richardson bowled a very good over. She had a good shout for LB, good flight, pitches in line, and it's hitting the back pad. So I think the angle we have there doesn't really tell the whole story. Possibly she's just missing leg stump.
It did turn ever so slightly. Back leg though always had me interested as a keeper. The one thing that wasn't going for it, you could see off stump and probably half a middle, so may just have been sliding down. So probably a good decision. Kim Cotton, very good umpires who had this tournament. They've all had a stellar campaign. Never easy out there. High pressure games. Change of bowling. Sophie McMahon, who had a wonderful game against Bangladesh in the semi-final. Similar action to Prendergast, just brings the ball back into the off stump.
On the money straight away, Sophie McMahon. They look up and about this bowling unit. They may have been the stronger of the two codes for Ireland, but they were disappointed as a group with how they performed in the group stages. Went for too many runs against the Netherlands, too many loose balls. Right arm, super fast bowler.
Keeper up to the stumps, which has been a fairly common sight for Ireland. Mary Waldron. She's had a good campaign behind the stumps. Runs have been hard to come by for the keeper, but McMahon's a good talent, and Mary Waldron's got a busy winter ahead.
Yep, heads to Australia soon. Umpiring over in Adelaide. full, driven to Kim Garth again. It's been a busy game for her so far, Kim Garth.
Well, you mentioned Mary Waldron umpiring in Australia. I presume she's on her best behaviour then when she's playing, not questioning anything from the umpire's decisions.
You presume wrong now.
Oh, keepers.
Knows it all, of course. He's an umpire.
There you go. Sophie McMahon started well. 3 dots. Tuck leg side. Should be a comfortable one. Singles won't worry Ireland too much though. PNG, they need boundaries. Partnership 4 off 18 balls. It really is sluggish.
Yeah, it's the best the wicket's played all week, so a low total is not going to do it for Papua New Guinea. Projected score just 46 at the moment.
Yeah, maybe it might be a day for Ireland batters just to go out and express themselves and take the attack to the bowlers and play with some real freedom. Thinking Gabby Lewis, shy of runs, Kim Garth, due a score. Really well. Ball, good keeping, excellent gloves. Mary Waldron up to the stumps. Was a little bit of shape away, a little bit of seam movement away from the bat. I think this was fairly close. I think the back foot may have just lifted ever so slightly. Let's have a look at this, Isabel.
A really good length from Sophie McMahon. Bit of shape away. And just about gets her foot back in the crease, Kaya Arua. Good decision again from Claire Polisak.
In the air. Safe. Just off the outside edge. Defeats backward point Leah Paul. Squirts away for a single, but a good over by McMahon. Just 2 coming from it. 8 overs bowled, 18 for 3. And you mentioned potentially Ireland playing some cricket around the world, and is that pivotal now? Ireland playing 50 over tournaments, 2020 tournaments against the likes of Thailand, PNG, USA, for example.
Yeah, they really need to gel as a group. That's the story so far. Not good reading for Papua New Guinea. They've got a lot of work to do in the last 12 overs. Yeah, they need to get used to each other. You need to bat together, spend a lot of time at the crease, bowl as much as they can. They've got to learn their trade. So with that, I'll have a break, and it's Ian Leggett.
Well, Prendergast not going to have a break. 2 overs. Superb 2 overs. Leg side again. It's going to be a wide. And something Ireland have had a bit of an issue all tournament. They've given a lot of extras up. They've been better today, it must be said. That semi-final against Bangladesh, they gave up a lot of wides, and it's not just the 1 run for the wide in, it's the extra ball that scored off at the back end of the over too.
Oh, and just finds her hands a slip there, just 1 bounce, exactly that. It's giving away extras. It's pivotal in this game, and it's about momentum. And just saying 19 for 3 right now in the 9th over. Talking about substance and the importance of a game like this, maybe, you know, it's one that you wouldn't care about as much as a player, but Ireland going about this all the right ways right now. They cannot let off. Show what kind of team they are.
Cut away for a single. You're sporting a Scotland rugby jacket. Big game last night against Georgia, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't the worst game to watch as a Scotland fan. Took a little while to get going, and a nice little send-off from the fans actually before they head off to Japan. It was good to watch actually.
Dare I mention the football?
Absolutely not.
Well, leg side again, I think. Well, our producer, director, Supremo, was very kind, offering me an invite to either the rugby or the football. Declined both. Had to prepare for today's game. Had to do my homework, do my research. I did follow the games on TV though. Love my rugby, love my football. Excellent again. Sharp single to backward point where Ireland's best fielders patrol. They've been good today so far, Ireland. What about Scottish cricket? How's the feedback been, or how's the feeling after Scotland's, I suppose you'd call, a poor campaign?
Well, of course, massively disappointing. That was immediate. After the Papua New Guinea game, they knew the challenge they were going to face against Bangladesh to try and get in the semi. Again, And just another dot ball there for Prendergast. She's bowling absolutely fantastic once again. But yeah, it was labelled their best opportunity to get to the World Cup here, and they knew the kind of team they had, and if all the cogs were going to work, and you know, not just the Bryce's sisters, but their ability with the ball was looking fantastic as well, and just the work ethic of the group was fantastic. But and also hosting the tournament, as you know, the home advantage. Just a dot ball to finish the over there. Well, 9 overs gone, 21 for 3. Another good over from Prendergast.
Yep, very good over. Well, you mentioned the Price sisters. Catherine Bryce has been... Bryce, I should say. I was thinking of Price, the ex-wicketkeeper. A very good friend of Isabel Joyce's. Wonderful wicketkeeper. But Catherine Bryce, 95 runs. Second highest run scorer in the tournament. And 7 wickets. So 4th leading wicket taker. So she can hold her head up nice and high. Very impressed with her. And her sister. I think her sister was a wonderful keeper. But there's not the support and the depth of the squad really to progress.
Yeah, Catherine Bryce is an absolutely exceptional player. She just had her first spell in the Kia Super League. Loughborough Lightning as well, had to leave early just before they had the finals day, actually. Semi-final.
Yeah, I was commentating on some of that Super League. Good shot. That's going to be a boundary. Really good stroke. Arua getting into her groove. Got a little bit of width from Sophie McMahon. Climbed into it.
Yeah, played with such confidence there, and that's something we haven't really seen. Talking about playing within themselves, and chatting about Ireland perhaps in this tournament, just playing within themselves and not, you know, maybe going out there and having a hit like they probably should. But that's a wonderful stroke then. I like to see PNG in the final 11 overs here just go out with a bit of confidence. Your final innings of the tournament, play with a bit of flourish, a bit of exuberance.
Yeah, you mentioned Catherine Bryce playing for Loughborough Lightning. Rob Taylor, Matthew Hoggard, 2 ex-teammates of mine who are part of the coaching setup, were very impressed with the Scottish international. Said she was a wonderful player, wonderful attitude. Wes Durston also on the coaching staff there, ex-Somerset and Derby, so lots of experience to learn from in a wonderful tournament that's no longer. Kia Super League finishing now, the 100th coming, so a few Scottish players I'm sure will be eyeing up an opportunity to stick their name in the draft and play some wonderful cricket against the world's best.
Rightly so, and you know, with the unfortunate, they had an under par performance against the Netherlands and Omango, which has cost them a place in the World Cup qualifier as well. And that's just straight into the hands there behind the stumps, and well, that's going to leave them without, if you think, competitive tournament cricket for several years. So it is a big loss, this tournament here for Scotland. So any opportunity I'm sure the players can grasp. There was a good regional series developing in Scotland, which are giving the players really good opportunities to play, and the competition is so high and competitive between the girls. But yes, finding places down south, important.
Playing a miss. Is it a worry for the women's game of Scotland to potentially lose a player of Catherine Bryce's ability to the England setup?
Well, similar to Kirsty Gordon, I would be lying if I said there hasn't been chat, or, you know, at least the assumption that it could possibly happen. She is of that calibre, certainly. Absolutely fantastic player. Who knows what could happen?
Tucked away leg side. It's a better over this for PNG. Runs coming slightly easier. A lovely cover drive for 4 early in the over. Leg side wide and then just tuck leg side. So a little partnership building slowly, mind you. 14 off 31. Ireland, of course, winning the toss. And Laura Delaney saying we'll have a bowl first. Glorious sunshine here in Dundee. Absolutely stunning day. Short. Missed out. That will disappoint Ruma. Short ball should have been put away. We're at the halfway stage. 27 for 3. It's the 3rd, 4th place playoff game. Playing for pride, both of these sides. We've got the big game coming up later on, of course. 2 o'clock kickoff. It's the final. Bangladesh playing Thailand. That's lovely to see. Beautiful, stunning views.
Well, just seems typical final day of the tournament and the best day of the weather. And there's the card for you there, 27 for 3. Well, it seems to be a day for bowling figures. It's one when you want to have a bowl and increase your statistics throughout the tournament. Well, Richardson at the top. So impressive throughout the tournament. Real standout for Ireland. Brilliant performances with the bat as well. Thailand and Bangladesh as well. Bowling really well. Well, Leopold coming on to bowl some left arm orthodox. Another change here in the bowling for Ireland.
Yeah, Leopold, talented cricketer. Wonderful in that backward point region. Left arm orthos. In the air. Should be taken. Simple catch. Yes, is taken. Kim Garth. Well, ball spinning in the air, she says. She's trying to give the impression it was a more difficult catch than it actually was.
Yeah. Just seemed to just toe edge that there, and it just flew into the air. Easy catch, like you said, and that's a shame. Kairu was looking a bit confident there, but as you can see, 8 of 20 deliveries. Just couldn't get going today. Very similar story for the rest of the Papua New Guinea batting lineup.
Yeah, flighted. Wide of the off stump. Did well to reach it in the end. Toe end. And an absolutely simple catch. Kim Garth doing the mopping up. Leopold, first ball into the game easy. Nice wicket.
I do wonder, you can kind of tell the occasion of this, kind of third place playoff game. Very muted celebrations. I wonder that you've been a player in these kind of similar situations when maybe a tournament hasn't gone your way. Is it just a case of maybe respecting the opposition or just not celebrating because you're disappointed with the tournament?
Well, there's certainly a bit of disappointment. New batter, Owala, who can hit a clean ball, favours the leg side boundary. 3 sweepers, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. So Ireland have done their research. Leopold will flight the ball. Tends to bowl that line, Leopold. Bowls fairly wide of the off stump, so if Owala wants to smack it to her favoured leg side, she's going to have to fetch it a long way. So there may be a catch in the offing. Well bowled. Straight on with the arm. Excellent start here by Leopold. Really talented cricketer.
Yeah, really tentative stroke there for my eye. Was not played with confidence. So it was a very nervous push forward, and I'd like to see her just advance down a bit more here.
Well, Ireland suffocating PNG at the moment. No respite. Good line and length. Fielding's been excellent today by Ireland, as always. Well, this is good. This is a good squeeze. This is where you just, in this stage of the innings, just squeeze a couple of dots. You look up, there's only 4 or 5 overs to go. And as a batter, you realise, where's the time gone? Great start. Fantastic start by Leopold. Wicket maiden. 3rd time today we've had a wicket maiden.
Another one. Bowlers are having fantastic first overs there. You see 49 is a projected score right now for Papua New Guinea, and just looking back at their tournament, he was saying we're really delighted, probably, with what they've achieved. Disappointed, of course. When you get to a semi, you want to get to a final, but just shows the importance of that victory over Scotland they had in the group stage. A massive win, and in the circumstances of a tournament like this, it allows you to play a couple extra games and better opposition, and find yourself, on a televised game as well. And they'll be delighted with what they've done. But like you said, it's the batting in this format of the game. You would like to see them push on. So we're seeing Louise Little have an appearance with the ball. It's right arm fast.
Yeah, another good pedigree, good family. Josh Little, Ireland left arm speedster, shot to prominence in an ODI debut in May against England. Leg side, gets past Mary Waldron, sloppy by the keeper. Half-hearted down leg side. Trickles away. She'd be disappointed with that, the keeper. Just didn't get the feet moving. Brings Owala on strike, who's subdued so far, 0 from 5, but nice to see Little get an opportunity. A lot of the Ireland bowlers operating a similar pace and a similar style, just little induckers back into the stumps, attacking the stumps at all times. Worked nicely. Owala's up and running, off the mark, opens her account. You've been impressed with a number of bowlers in this tournament. Who's taking your fancy with the ball?
It's actually two Irish bowlers, Prendergast and McMahon. I thought they bowled absolutely extraordinarily well against Bangladesh.
Gonna have to re-bowl that one. Tournament as a whole, you've been impressed by which bowlers in particular have shone to prominence?
Catherine Bryce, of course, as a Scotland, and I'll wave my flag proudly there. Also Thailand, Chaturang, extraordinary stuff. Some of the videos that have come out, the footage, it's been brilliant. That's cut away nicely, but just finds Leah Paul there and can't get away, but that was really nicely played. But yeah, I think Thailand has been, and we're going to see in this afternoon with the final against Bangladesh, they really have been the story of the tournament, and I cannot wait to see what they can do against, you know, a tough opposition they're going to be playing against.
Nicely played. Should be a single there. Yeah, Thailand reaching the final and reaching the World Cup to be played all over Australia. What a wonderful opportunity to get to the World Cup final. Fantastic. Perth, Canberra, Sydney and Melbourne will be the venues for the World Cup, starting on the 21st of February. Final on International Women's Day, 8th of March. Smashed in the air. Wow, brilliant stroke. Great power.
Well, we've been waiting to see that. Coney O'Wallett just putting a bat through one there. Fantastic stroke. Straight lofted drive, and it just finds the boundary rope, and that's needed for PNG. Good to see as well. A nice little respite for them. And the end of the over, just kind of failed hit of the gloves there. I want to see more of that from O'Wallett.
Well, the commitment to the stroke was very impressive. Smashed it right out of the middle of the bat. Favourite zone, long on, deep mid-wicket. Well, she wants one, her partner doesn't. Leah Paul is always ever present at backward point.
And O'Wallett, a big commanding no. Heard that up at Arbroath, it was ringing round the ground. You just see the end of the over here. 37 for 4 now after 12 overs. Well, blue skies all around. There you have it. O'Wallett now on 7. Not out from 8 deliveries, and it was Arua. That just shows there. Scored 8 runs, but from 20 deliveries. Really good bowling by Ireland just to keep the pressure on Papua New Guinea, as I'm once again joined by Isabel Joyce.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Arua there. Or, sorry, by O'Wallett. Slow and flighted. Leah Paul just getting better and better. Just taken up left arm off spin, but looks like she's going to have a big future ahead of her in it. And she's fantastical for bowling as well. She's been marshalling the point region excellently for Ireland this tournament. So no surprise that she's fielding well off her own bowling. Good work from Prendergast in point. So they'll be trying to keep Tanya Ruma on strike as much as possible, Ireland. Full hit away. Good work in 45 by Rebecca Stokel. Keeps it to just 1, and the dangerous Coney O'Wallett on strike.
Well, calls are finished strong here. Just bowled really well. Just gone for 1 so far has Leah Paul, picking up that wicket on her first delivery as well.
Cover fielder has some work to do. They'll come back for 2. It's a really beautiful stroke from Coney O'Wallett. We're used to seeing her hit it leg side, but that one just pushed really nicely between extra cover and cover.
And Louise Little doing really well there. Just playing the covering role there, just running around to collect that. But that's a really elegant stroke as well. It's good to see O'Wallett play such a fine shot.
More runs in the third man region. Other Prendergast will keep that one to a single. That brings about the end of the 13th. Papua New Guinea getting going a little bit here, but they're still only 41 for 4. So will Lulu Little get on a second over? No, it's Kim Garth coming back for her third. Changing ends for Kim Garth. She's come on whenever Ireland have tried to get a wicket, so she fancies, as vice captain, she can dislodge the strong Coney Owala. Here is Emer Richardson, first wicket. Very smile from her. She was surprised. That's the Bona Jimmy. She'd played a beautiful shot for 4, just the ball before, and then chips this one to mid-off. Rebecca Stokel making it look easy. Good length here from Richardson. Just got the ball to move a tiny bit. Good length from Garth. She's put long on back, Kim Garth. His third man out, cover is out. Deep square leg, so fine leg up in the ring, and I think this is a good field for Coney Owala. Saying, if you're going to hit me over my head, it's got to go over mid-off. 8 dots so far in her 2.1 overs, Kim Garth.
You're chatting about Kim Garth's ability. Talented bowler she is, and I think it's a really good thing just in that final game not to maybe be disappointed with how you performed and then suddenly just produce a performance like this. Bowling fantastically from her 2 overs so far, just going for 8 runs. Like you said, 8 dot balls, fantastic stuff.
Worked into the leg side, no single. Yeah, I think she'll start bringing out her array of slower balls now. Try and fool Coney Owala, who likes to hit cleanly down the ground into the leg side, hoping to draw a false shot. Shorter, cut away. I think she was trying to play a pull shot there, but it came onto her quicker than she thought, Coney Owala.
Yeah, really good use of the feet there. I know what you mean. She's heaving her bat backwards. Looked like she was going to play a big pull shot there and just corrected herself and let it slide off the bat. Lovely stuff. Well, as you see, the projected score's 60 now. PNG will be hoping for a 65 plus score from here. Push on the final couple of overs.
Fuller driven strongly, but it won't beat the skipper at mid-off. So tidy over so far from Kim Garth. She'll be disappointed not to have a wicket to her name so far in this game. So finished with a wicket. She's changes the field. I think we can expect a slower ball here. Mid-wicket goes out to square leg. Third man comes up. So it's whether Coney Owala will recognise what this change in field means. Mary Waldron moving the fielder a bit straighter. And she just works it into the leg side. They'll look for 2, but it'll be a tall order. And she was alive to that challenge, Coney Owala. Well batted from her. Kim Garth goes for a single off the last of her over. It's the 14th. And Papua New Guinea are 42 for 4.
Yeah, clever bowling, clever batting, good cricket all round there. Like you said, just a slightly slower delivery. Seemed happy to concede a single there, but the big thing is they didn't go for any boundaries there. Owala fully capable of finding the boundary rope, as we've seen. That big, straight lofted drive. The 6, look at that. Nice little bit of a crowd in here on a Saturday.
I'm happy to see Ted's Shed open. One of my favourite things about this ground. Played here previously, and Ted's Shed was open all the time. So first time we've seen it this week. So if you're looking for a tea or a coffee or later in the day, a beer, that's where you go. No doubt those Irish supporters in the front there will be frequenting that later on in the day. So a brave move, Leah Paul continuing against Coney Owala. Big step, and that's sailing over the boundary for 6. That's not the length to bowl to Owala.
What a shot that is, and that's one of the biggest we've seen at this ground all tournament. That's what she's capable of. Hit the marquee tent there just in front of the clubhouse. I'll be hoping to limit that as they push on here. PNG, really good hitting there from Owala.
Yeah, that's just set wide enough outside off stump that she can free her arms. You just wonder, does Leah Paul have it in her armoury to just pull her length back and take the wicket? Good again. Oh, and that strongly hit straight back at her. Paul was in the game for a second there.
That looked like it stung a little bit. There was just a kind of grimace of pain there from Leopold, but really good. Actually just does shake her hand there, but well, powerful hitting from Owala here. No stopping her.
Strongly hit down the ground, and that's too strong for Sophie McMahon, who's down at long on. Really well struck from Owala, and she's starting to find her feet. I'd like to see Emma Richardson going over and having a talk to Paul here. She did it the previous ball. Give her some advice, the veteran off spinner. What answer does Paul have now to Owala? Well bowled, Leopold. Just sneaks that one through inside the wide line. Owala's disappointed she hasn't taken a chance there. Papua New Guinea going past the 50 with that 4. Flatter again. Clubbed to mid wicket, but Gabby Lewis is in the right spot. Good captaincy. So Tanya Ruma is going very slowly, 6 from 21 balls, but she might think her job is just to stay with Owala, who's going better than a run a ball. Slashed away, straight to point. So she gets out of that over well, Leopold. She's bowled 3 overs, 1 for 15, so that over not ruining her figures, but she may find herself taken off at this point. And Papua New Guinea after 15, they're 53 for 4 as Emma Richardson comes back for her final over. She no doubt knows she'll be in a battle with Konya Owala, having a good chat about her field, moving square leg in front. She's sending Gabby Lewis out to deep mid wicket, and she's got Orla Prendergast at long on. 4th fielder out on the boundary, Una Raymond Hoey in cover.
Richardson back on, but a really good to and fro tussle there between batter and bowler there. 10 off it at the start, and a really nice response from Leopold there. Ireland's job here, very simple. Get Owala out, and that means they can limit their score down. 5 overs to go. Papua New Guinea with Owala at the crease will feel very capable here of getting 70 plus.
Richardson around the wicket. Floated. And Owala thinks better than to have a swing at that. If she'd wanted to, there's a big gap at long off. She could have clubbed that straight. So she might be eyeing that up, but if Richardson persists with this wide outside off line. Flatter, straighter, swept strongly away, straight to the fielder. Really good pick up and throw from Lulu Little in the deep.
Let's just see Owala practice that. She hit that with some force. Little doing the covering duties there for Richardson, but Richardson's bowled fantastic in this game from of 3 overs so far, picking up 2 early wickets, vital for Ireland. Grabbed the momentum early on.
Dance down top edge, Mary Waldron, the wicketkeeper underneath it. She won't make a mistake there. And she decided, Tanya Ruma, that 6 from 22 wasn't enough. She was going to get in on the action with Konya Owala, and she's dismissed. Well bowled from Emma Richardson, her 3rd victim of the day. And Papua New Guinea, 54 for 5.
Really good decision to bring back Richardson on, especially after that smashing over there. Power hitting from Owala. Tanya Ruma 6 of 23, like you said. Isabel, she never really got going there. Played the supporting role later on, but was maybe just getting a bit tired and a bit bored and a bit frustrated at the crease. 54 for 5 in the 16th for PNG.
Now that brings Varu Kila Frank to the crease, right-handed batter. She did well at the back end of the game against Bangladesh, against Thailand in the semi-final, batting with Konya Owala. And this is what's brought her to the crease, across the line, top edge. She knew what was happening. So another 3 balls in her spell for Emma Richardson. She's bowling to another left-hander, which she'll be happy about. And she'll be eyeing up a 4th wicket in this game. Really specific field setting. I really like that about Richardson. Knows exactly what she wants to bowl, and she's going to set the correct field for it.
And also watch out for Frank. She's quite lethal with the bat. Knows where to place her shots as well. So another threat here for Ireland. They've just got to deal with this one as well.
Good drift, good bounce. Far too full to cut. So she does like to cut, Frank. She's got a backward point and a point to contend with, so probably not the option to go for. Again, good length. Better decision from Frank, but no runs for it. And Emer Richardson almost finished her spell. Can she dislodge Frank to finish it off? Flat swiping shot, and given as a wide. Dry smile from Emer Richardson. She won't mind another chance to get a wicket with her final ball, I'm sure. Better line. Really good turn from Richardson. So she finishes her spell. A successful one. 3 for 9 from 4. And that means Papua New Guinea are 55 for 5 going into the last 4 hours. And I bid adieu to Ian Leggett. Joined again by Niall O'Brien as we enter the back end of this innings. Orla Prendergast returning. She's coming from the pavilion end. She's bowled really, really well. So the captain yet to bowl herself. Happy to let her other players go. 1 for 3 from 3. So really good success for Prendergast so far. Konya Owala back on strike. 23 from 23. Walks. That's a really good length from Orla Prendergast. Niall, the right length you'd say against Owala?
Ball well so far. Orla Prendergast held a good line and length. Keep her up to the stump. Always gives you an indicator that the bowler is in control. Owala though struck the ball well.
Lucky to get away with that. The field's not set for that line or length. There is a fielder out in cover, but third man is up. So Ireland preparing for the shot across the line from Owala. She'll be aware that the time is running out and that now's the time to strike.
Yeah, favours the leg side. Wants to stay off her pads.
And there she goes. That one's got huge. The biggest one yet, Niall.
Yeah, fabulous by Owala. And just replaying the stroke. Commitment is absolutely brilliant to the shot. I'm going to have a little look at this. I'm going to look at this and enjoy it. She's been impressive all tournament, the way she struck the ball. Gets in a great position here. Boom! Big 6. Wonderful shot.
Well, I thought we were going to get a new ball there, Niall. Couldn't quite find it. That just shows how big it was. That 6 just airing too full. Orla Prendergast needs to get back to her line and length that's been so successful today.
Well, it was right in the slot. Really was. In the hitting arc for Owala. She said, thank you very much, and climbed into it.
A wild wide from Prendergast. Just overcompensating for the full length of the previous delivery. Not too wide though, so not a disaster for Prendergast. Only the one wide from it. It could have gone a bit more awry and gone past Mary Waldron up at the stumps.
Well, this is dangerous. Can PNG finish well? Boom! Boom! What a shot! Over the offside. Absolutely crunched it right out of the middle. And all of a sudden Ireland, who have been in control all day, are on the back foot.
Well, she's being tested for the first time in the last 2 games, Orla Prendergast. Awala taking her on, and she doesn't seem to have the answers right now. Too short, too wide. Awala gets her hands through it, and she knows she has the strength to get it over the infield, which hasn't been the case for most of the players this week.
Well, lets it go through to the keeper. Can't believe it. I can't believe you're playing so well, Awala. You just smashed the maximum over deep mid-wicket. You've crunched one over mid-off and just let one go through to the keeper. Well, 3 overs left after this. If they finish well, could be looking at something in there at 90, 95, which will be tough for Ireland.
And again, that one being adjudged a wide. Previous one, I think Awala has left because she thought it was a wide. I'm actually surprised she didn't have a go at that one. She didn't want to let another one go through, but she's judged it correctly this time.
Well, she's a talent, Awala. She's 33. She's eyeing up a half century. Prendergast under pressure.
Wants the strike, takes a quick single, and Prendergast doesn't try to cut off the single. So that ends her 4th over. She's gone for 13 in at Prendergast, so a really good one for Papua New Guinea. They finished the 17th at 68 for 5.
Well, have you ever heard a bigger round of applause for a single as Awala just pitch strike, and rightly so. Good cricket smarts, good awareness. Took a maximum, took a boundary, took a couple of wides, and then one ball left. Had the presence of mind just to dink it and call her partner Frank through for a single. So really good to see. And 68, 3 overs to go. Well, if they have a good finish like that last over, get up something around 95, 100 maybe, Ireland will be going in half time after dominating for most of this innings. A little bit worried, I would think. Still, plenty of work to be done, and they've got their big gun, Ireland, up their sleeve to come back in the attack, Kim Garth.
Yeah, coming back early. It's her 4th over. She's gone to her skipper and said, I'm going to try and get Awala out. Let's try and limit this damage, and I think it's a good decision. Awala, previously when Kim Garth came back, was happy to just tap her around, but probably at this stage in the game she can't do that. She might take on Ireland's strike bowler. Short, slashed away, straight to the fielder in the deep. Just showing her experience there, Garth. She knows how to get the batter to hit to her boundary fielders.
Well, I think Awala's given us an indication of how she's going to play. She's just not going to tap Kim Garth around. She wants to take down the Ireland star. Sydney Sixers in the Big Bash. 2 medals over there in Australia. Wonderful for Irish women's cricket to have a player playing on such a wonderful stage. Now, Frank, your job is to get Awala back on strike. Bat on ball and run as fast as you can.
Well, she'll be eyeing up that point region. Bit of pace on the ball from Kim Garth. She'll enjoy that. So she'll either try to sneak one through or make sure that she gets Awala back on strike. Just a little bit of a pause as the wicketkeeper Mary Waldron moves her field. An inside edge. That's very lucky for Frank. Just about stops before the boundary. 2 for her. A wild swing off that slower ball, Niall.
Well, a good result all the same. Couple of runs. Every run counts. Kim Garth bowling a slower ball. A little bit too wide. Frank throwing the proverbial kitchen sink at it. Gets a thick edge for 2.
Another slower ball. Hit more strongly this time, but can't beat the mid-on fielder, Rebecca Stokel. I think that Kim Garth would do better to bowl her normal pace. Back of a length. Frank looking more comfortable with the slower deliveries.
Well, Frank just has to get Awala back on strike. Playing so well, 35 not out. Can't have her not facing the majority of the balls.
Bouncer. That's the way to do it, Kim Garth. Gets that high on the bat, Frank. Little bit of extra bounce. She can't quite get the bat through in time. That's a well-taken catch and extra cover.
Yeah, good catch. Prendergast, fairly simple catch. Routine. Splice of the bat. Banged in, back of a length. I suppose the Well, Frank going for 2. The plus point there is Owala's going to be back on strike as the batter's crossed when the ball was in the air. Brief stay, Frank. Caught by Prendergast, ball by Kim Garth, who picks up another wicket, adding to her tally. Just slammed in, you mentioned, ball full pace, back of a length, too quick, splice of the bat.
Yep, that was meant to go leg side, but it got onto her too quick. Frank, good awareness from the fielder. Probably could have been looking leg side to see where that one went, but Kim Garth gets on the board in the wickets column as Ravini Oa, Papua New Guinea's opening bowler, comes in to join Owala.
Yeah, skillful bowler. She's at the non-striker's end. Oh, they didn't cross. I beg your pardon. They should have crossed. That's an error from Papua New Guinea. Owala should have been well backing up to get down on strike. Missed opportunity for PNG, you feel?
Slower ball, but it's a wide. She's annoyed with herself, Kim Garth. Can't believe that she's done that one. First ball up, just give the batter a look at what you're doing.
Well, it was a slow ball, the leg cutter. It looked like it was just going to sneak inside that blue line and then just cut away over the line. Umpire is the line is the umpire's, of course.
Another slower delivery, leg side, flicked away. There's a fielder out there, Louise Little. Good throw, good strong throw, but not accurate enough. Kim Garth made to rue that wide the previous delivery.
Yeah, extras has been a common theme in this tournament. Ireland have bowled way too many wides. Last game, semi-final, I think 8 or 9 wides. Low scoring games, you cannot be bowling extras.
Well bowled, that's a good shout, and Kim Garth has her wicket. Really far back in the crease, Ravinia. Not the most difficult one for umpire Kim Cotton to make, but wickets tumbling around her, Owala. The only good thing about that delivery for her is she's still on strike for the next over.
Yeah, good result, Kim Garth. Bowl well today. Full pace ball, that one. Ravinioa gone. Brief stay at the crease, 2 from 2. Good bowling. Ireland's best bowler, most experienced bowler, Kim Garth. Excellent finish to her spell. Full pace ball, trapping Ravinioa on the back foot. Really good ball. And a fairly easy decision, you think, for the umpire. Doesn't get much more easier than that.
Yeah, she was having a look to see if she could get a single, Ravini, so she wasn't sure. But that's what the umpire's there for, to make those decisions. Is we have a change of bowling at the pavilion end. Sophie McMahon to take on Oa. 3 out in the leg side. 1 out in cover, so mid-off might be the area that she's looking at, Owala.
I think she wants leg side. This is a good matchup. Should be just back into their stumps here. Goes in the air. It should be caught. Leah Paul underneath. Simple catch. Big wicket. Owala was the danger wicket. Well bowled. Bowled it wide of the crease. Made Owala stretch and reach, and all she could do was just slice at the backward point.
Yeah, good bowling change for me. Laura Delaney. She bowls wide outside off stump a lot. Sophie McMahon has quite a tall action, so gets a surprising amount of bounce, and that does for a lot of batters. So that's the end of Owala. She's played fantastically for her 35, but couldn't stay till the end, couldn't get up to that 50 mark. And Ireland will be delighted to see the back of her.
Yeah, just making Owala reach. It's clever bowling. Ireland knew Owala wanted to go leg side. Good catch at backward point. Ball was in the air for a long time. They've caught well today, Ireland. Pride themselves on their fielding. They work very hard with Fintan McAllister on their fielding, day in, day out. Leg side. Scruffy from Mary Waldron. Can't tidy up to the stumps, never easy. So wide ball will be a couple.
Yeah, should be disappointed with that, Waldron. Not an easy one to take, very full going down leg, but The good result was it hit off her and went to 45, so not 5 wides, just the 2. Better for McMahon. It's into cover for a single, and that's probably what they'll be trying to do for the rest of this innings. Papua New Guinea hit the boundary, fielders run hard, and if something is in your area, see it sail over the boundary.
Well, a score 85 or 90 would be a good effort. Halfway, it didn't look like they're going to get 85 or 90, so they'll take great heart from that PNG, give themselves a chance here.
Isabel 2 out in her first game of the tournament, wanting a single off her first ball, sent back, and I think that was a good decision from her partner Ila.
Well, a missed opportunity. Mary Waldron's good bit of fielding at mid-off. Orla Prendergast, a good throw in on the bounce. I think the batter might have been short of a ground, but Mary Waldron just couldn't gather cleanly and get the bails off.
A wild shot, but it'll fall safe. Goes to third man, and they'll get the 2 for that. Well, I think full and straight is the way to go here. Straight across the line is what Tua is going for.
Halfway, Ireland would have expected to keep PNG to something around the region of 60, you would think, 65. All of a sudden, PNG nearly into the 80s, maybe 85, 90s on the cards. And they'll take good heart from that for the second innings, PNG, won't they?
Yeah, they will, but I think what we've seen is some really good clean striking from Papua New Guinea, and that's just showing the wicket getting better. That will give Ireland heart going into the second innings. Swiped to leg side, dropped. Oh, she just didn't read that one, Richardson. I think she thought it was coming quicker off the bat. She's got it high on the bat to it. Emer Richardson just moving laterally, not moving in enough to take that catch. Disappointing for her. Full and straight, well played. Well, she knows what she's doing. She wants to keep the strike. Isabel Tua hits it down to long on, a single to finish the over. Papua New Guinea making it up to 80 for 8 after 19.
Ireland winning the toss, electing to bowl. I was quite interested by your comment earlier saying wanted to have a bowl first because batting's the weaker front, but of course you bowl first and the opposition get runs on the board, you're putting your batters under even more pressure, and they will be under pressure, Ireland, second time round.
Yeah, the story there is Owala, 35 from 31. She's the one who's heaped the pressure on Ireland. Really good figures for Richardson and Garth, but a little bit of a late run from Owala, making things more difficult for Ireland. That's Leah Paul to bowl the final over. The slow left arm spinner. That's a full toss to start. Isabel Tua hitting that to the boundary. That's her favoured shot across the line, so needs to bowl on the stumps and get it to bounce, Leah Paul.
You're just avoiding my question, aren't you?
Another pull shot. No, I think that Ireland will fancy themselves chasing 80 to 90 against Papua New Guinea. I asked Laura Delaney what you want to keep them under. She said anything under 100 we should be good. Outfield's dried up, wickets getting better and better, and perhaps their luck will change batting second. Swipe across the line. That's the length to bowl, Leah Paul.
Very impressive all tournament. Leah Paul, must be said. Slow left arm, not a big turner, but good control, good variation. Excellent in the field, backward point region. Very, very impressive, whether it be catching or ground fielding. Good throw. So, really good prospect for the Irish women's side.
Yeah, you actually in the team as a batter originally. Swiped, long on coming in. Usually opens the batting. So that's her her usual stronger suit, but adding lots of strings to her bow, making herself undroppable, and that's what you need to do when you're coming into a team now.
Well, it's very important in T20 cricket if you can obviously contribute with the bat, but if also you can turn your arm over with the ball and you're good in the field, you give the coach and captain so many options.
Flighted, swiped again. They won't be too unhappy with this, Ireland. Get out of the over with without too much damage to the scoreline. So that brings the end of the innings. Papua New Guinea 85 for 8. So 4.25 runs and over that Ireland need to chase. And I think they would have taken that at the beginning.
Well, I think PNG will be fairly happy. I think it's even Stevens. Ireland, plenty of congratulations. I thought they bowled well, especially first half of the innings. Did a good job up top with the new ball. 15 for 3 after the power play, and they are well on top. But credit to Papua New Guinea, they fought back well. Awala was excellent with the bat, played really well, but a job well done, especially for the young bowlers. Prendergast, McMahon, excellent. Ema Richardson bowled nicely. Kim Garth picking up 2. Over to the batters now. Bowlers have done their job. Over to the Ireland bat.
Oh, that's a batting card. You mentioned the first half was all Ireland, and you can see that in the top half of that batting card. Then came Awala. She was fantastic. Cleared the rope a number of times, played some beautiful strokes on the offside, and eventually Sophie McMahon came back to account for her. It was a decent finish from the lower order. They've gone 6 from 8, 3 from 3, giving their team a chance. They know that if they can dislodge the Ireland openers, then it'll be nervy times.
Well, these are the bowling numbers. Kim Garth, excellent. 2 for 15 from her 4. Bowled a good pace, good variation. Ema Richardson, pick of the bowlers for me. 3 for 9. A wicket apiece for Prendergast, McMahon and Leopold. All in all, Papua New Guinea, they've got 85 for 8 in the 20 overs. Ireland, 86 to win.
Well, there were a few highlights, and it was all Ireland to start. An early wicket for Richardson. Just sneaks this one under the bat. Disappointment for the opener. Kim McGarth bowled well, but this one was too full and wide. And Tao just leaning on that one. Beautifully placed through the covers. Sabona Jimmy, what a player she's been this tournament. And she was one of the only people who managed to hit runs off Ema Richardson, who's been miserly. Came down, hit the full toss for 4.
Well, Jimmy's batting tournament ended soon after that boundary. Again, Ema Richardson impressive with the ball. Tried to hit her over the top. Not easy against Ema Richardson. Easy catch by Stockwell at mid-off. Ireland's catching was very good throughout the innings. Hitting from standing, very difficult to get momentum and power into the ball. Would have been better advised to come down the wicket and get momentum through the ball. Well, Prendergast, very impressive. Good pace, good accuracy. Ambitious stroke. Trying the deal scoop. Middle stump uprooted.
Well, the skipper came in then. She did a good job. Stayed out in the middle a long time. Got her hands through this one and placed it through the vacant cover areas. But she wasn't long for this world. Leah Paul comes on. Bit wide. And Arua not getting close enough. Top edge. Easy catch at point.
Well, this is when the game changed for PNG. Awala came to the crease and entertained the crowd. Wonderful shot over mid-on for a maximum. Favours the leg side. Loves going leg side. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Straight out of the screws. And that went a long, long way. Absolutely stunning stroke play. And at this stage, I thought PNG might get to 95 to 100. But then a couple of wickets started to tumble.
Yeah, Richardson came back, brought back their star performer to take a wicket. And Ruma unable to get hold of that one. Mary Waldron didn't have to move. You don't get much easier catches than that as a keeper, Niall.
No, fairly simple. Routine catch from Mary Waldron. Awala continued on a merry way. This was an absolute beauty. Boom! Over the temporary tent to leg side. Absolutely fabulous stroke. Followed up by a boundary over mid-off, given too much width. At this stage I thought, can PNG get to 3 figures?
Well, I thought we might see a 50 from her, but before that, Kim Garth came back, and Frank wasn't able to deal with her bouncer. Couldn't get the bat through. Hit the splice of the bat for a catch. Orla Prendergast coming around well. And Ravini came to the crease. Kim Garth bowled her full pace. Owa going back, unable to get bat on it. An easy decision for the umpire in the end. Awala, what could she do to finish off the Papua New Guinea innings? She tried her best to get them up to the 90 or 100 mark, but Sophie McMahon enters stage left. Wider, bit of bounce, bit of movement away. Awala unable to get hold of it, and Leah Paul taking the catch at point. So as the sun heats up, that's the match summary so far. Awala, the star performer for Papua New Guinea. Richardson, fantastic figures, 3 for 9 from her, 4. 2 for Kim Garth near the back end, and Prendergast McMahon performing well. 86 runs needed, 20 overs to do it, and this decides who comes third and who comes fourth in this tournament. And the umbrellas are up for the first time, so we'll be back shortly to see the second half and see who'll come out on top.
Very warm welcome back to Forfarshire Cricket Club. It's the third, fourth place playoff fixture. Ireland versus PNG. Ireland won the toss, elected to bowl first. They've restricted Papua New Guinea to 85 for 8. At one stage, it didn't look like they were going to get anywhere near 85, so a good effort at the back end, especially from Awala. And this should be an interesting run chase on our hands here. We've got Gabby Lewis is going to open the batting. He's got a new partner at the non-strikers end, Rebecca Stokel as well, and I've got Isabel Joyce alongside me.
Yeah, good to see Coach Ed Joyce giving Rebecca Stokel a go. Possibly could have come in earlier into the order. Easy to say afterwards, but it's a good clean ball down the ground. Really tall player, likes to play spin, and a really bright prospect for the future for Ireland. Just 19 years old.
Well, I'd be surprised if you said anything other than complimentary things about the Ireland coach. Otherwise, you might not be invited for Sunday lunch. Ed Joyce, obviously the Ireland coach, doing a fine job. Hasn't been in the position too long, but already seen some positive changes. Sabona Jimmy had a wonderful campaign so far with bat handball. Picked up 8 wickets thus far. Straight away, on the sweep, Gabby Lewis, one of her favourite strokes, gets down on one knee and smashes it leg side.
Well, when he came in, Joyce, he said, everyone's got to be able to sweep in my team. You know, not as strong as some of the men, maybe the women, so a good option to hit boundaries. And there's lots of spin going around women's cricket at the moment, so you have to be able to take on those spin bowlers. So single off the first ball for Jimmy straight away. Rebecca Stokel on strike. Flat. Hits strongly back.
Yeah, a good option by Joyce to get her players sweeping and sweeping hard and using this variations. Get some good power into the sweep shots. Lots of these players would also play hockey. Big appeal going leg side, I think. Sabona Jimmy, just a little bit of turn. You could see often middle stump, so often a good indication that ball might be sliding leg side.
Yeah, it was never out for me, but I'm sure her heart was in her mouth. Rebecca Stokel, one opportunity this tournament, she'll want to make it count.
Advances. Nicely played. Good, firm cricket shot. Nice and simple. Couple of steps down the pitch and presenting a full face of the bat. Good to see.
Yeah, and as I was alluding to earlier, along the ground, there is a fielder out at long on. So they know both these players are strong down the ground. As Tao just moves her square leg fielder around. Flatter. Worked leg side. Good from Gabby Lewis. She tends to attack a lot early on, but maybe she's decided she's going to bat through and take on the mantle in this match.
Well, when you open in T20 cricket, you can sometimes get carried away. Sometimes a good idea to have a look from one over from each end. Get used to conditions. And the charge again. Excellent batting. This is something we haven't seen all tournament by most sides. The use of the feet and commitment to hit the ball on the ground. Really good start by Ireland. They're forward out lost, but already good signs. Good cricket shots.
Yeah, I really like that from Stokel. You can't really tell how tall she is standing there because she's beside Gabby Lewis, but two very tall cricketers, 5'10" and almost 6 foot, Rebecca Stokel. So it's been difficult to hit down the ground on this wicket all week. A little bit slow, but if anyone can hit down the ground, it's these two.
Well, the pitch does look good today. Beautiful sunshine. Nice warm day. Outfield is fast, so should be in for a good chase here and then a good final. 2 o'clock, folks. Make sure you join us for that. Bangladesh are going to play Thailand. Absolute crackerjack fixture. Both sides already have qualified for the World Cup. Ravinioa. And a good tournament. Going to bowl from the pavilion end. Right on medium, I would say. Attacks the stumps. Gets a little bit of shape with the ball. Normally presents a good seam position.
Short. Played down the ground, taking on the fielder at mid-on. That's good cricket from Stokel. Hits the stumps, but they won't get a second. That's 3 shots to mid-on for Rebecca Stokel. Sign of a good player, Niall.
Yeah, fantastic. First time I've seen her play, and it's a brief stay so far, but excellent. Presenting a full face of the bat. Committed to the stroke, hitting through the line of the ball. Very impressive so far. And Gabby Lewis, a quiet tournament by her high standards. Everyone who follows Irish women's cricket knows how fine a player she is.
Full. And usually Gabby Lewis would be licking her lips at that delivery, try and hit it through the covers, but she's looking a little tentative early on.
Well, Ravinioa doesn't bowl too many bad balls, so we'll test that forward defence time and time again. Well bowled, full and straight. Gabby Lewis watchful. I don't mind Gabby Lewis taking her time. Plenty of time in 20 over cricket to catch up later on. Can score runs back in the dressing rooms. She's had a quiet campaign. There's the Ireland supporters.
Yeah, a few nervous looking characters on the left hand side as you look at the screen. Both parents there. Down the wicket, strongly played through the offside, and that's the Gabby Lewis we're used to seeing. Beautiful shot from her, great footwork, and that one's pierced the gap between mid-off and extra cover.
Good footwork. Gabby Lewis gives herself a little bit of room. At the last minute, just brings that bottom hand into play to just manoeuvre the ball in the gap. Excellent start there, Ireland. Good intent shown.
Across the line. A field all up on the leg side, so no single. I don't mind that from Gabby Lewis. Come down the wicket. Ravinioa has probably been one of the most consistent seamers on show here this week. And while that's really good for the captain to set a field, it also means the batters know where it's going to land. So she's just shuffled down the wicket, made it into a half volley, beautifully through the offside. Good comeback from Oa though.
Again, down the wicket. Beautiful stroke. One bounce into the rope. Ireland on the charge. Gabby Lewis looks in fine form. 2 overs bowled, 13 for no loss.
So only 12 runs in, and the Irish players have done well, having a look and then also attacking. So probably gone a little bit too early in other games. Down the wicket, this one's moved in a little bit, but Gabby Lewis playing straight, so gets full reward for that shot. And those ground staff, how hard have they worked this week? They deserve their rest now.
Well, they've produced a really good pitch here for the last day of the tournament. Nice to see Gabby Lewis just helping her new opening partner out. What to expect, what the ball is doing, but they've played well so far, these two. Good strong shots. Hit through the line of the ball, confidence in the pitch, and already a change in the bowling lineup for PNG as they're on the back foot. Mary Tom is into the attack. Has bowled a fair few overs all tournament. Has been a go-to bowler for PNG.
Yeah, bowls with a slingy action. Get a bit of bounce now that the wicket's playing a bit better, but that might be to the favour of Ireland, I'm afraid. Bit extra pace outside off. If they can get their hands through, the field is all up on the offside.
Leg side. That's a poor ball. Keeper parries it. Does well in the end because that was a long way down leg side, and Ireland going to pick up an extra couple of wides there. So pressure telling on PNG. Ireland playing with some real freedom here. What we kind of expected pre-match. No real pressure on the game. Go out and play with freedom. Express yourselves with the bat. Gabby Lewis finding some form. Be nice to see her extend her stay at the crease.
Short, wide, outside off, straight to the fielder. And that is out. Oh, the umpires aren't sure. They're going to have a chat to the fielder, but I think she's caught that, Ravinioa. And just as you say it, Niall, Gabby Lewis has hit that too well.
Yeah, Gabby Lewis stayed for a fraction to check to see if it carried. It was a really good catch by Ravinioa at backward point. Tom into the attack. Gabby Lewis will be disappointed. Poor campaign comes to an end. She looked good today, but 10 from 8. Her stay was good, but too brief. It was a short and wide ball. It was there to be hit. Gabby Lewis hit it right out of the middle of the bat. Short, wide, hit me. Hit it straight to backward point. Well taken low down. Might have been a bit of a fumble, but went in fairly clean. Umpires are happy. Ireland 1 down.
Yeah, she's almost hit this too well, Lewis. Got a bit more bounce than she was expecting. And that's a bootlace catch. That brings Kim Garth to the crease. Short again, down leg. So wide, wicket wide. A bit licorice all sorts now.
Yeah, it could be tricky to face when bowlers spraying it around a bit. Get a bad ball and you crunch it. Fortunately, straight to the fielder. Kim Garth, Ireland's best player. Bowl well today, picked up a couple. Tuck leg side. Innings up and running, always a nice feeling.
Well chased and kept down to 1. Couldn't tell who was going to field that one for a second there. They were almost holding hands, the fielders, but flicked up and in for a single. Not a convincing shot from Garth, but she's off the mark. Full and down the ground. That one's bounced over the bowler's head. A good sign that Rebecca Stokell's playing it under her eyes nice and late.
You mentioned she likes to hit through the line and hits a clean ball. What are her go-to areas apart from that? Does she like to shimmy down the wicket and hit leg side?
Well, she's really good at hitting over the top, those long levers. But surprisingly for such a tall player, she is good on the sweep. So surprises a lot of spinners when she goes to that option. Tends to do it when the wicket's a little bit slow. But I think as this wicket gets better and better, she'll prefer the option down the ground. Not a huge hit, so a bit more result, a bit more bang for your buck, and you hit down the ground. A bit longer to the sides.
On the charge again. Calls her partner through quickly. If you call your partner through straight away and you both run, 99 times out of 100 you'll make your ground. Nice stroke. Hitting through the line, advancing, getting some momentum into the stroke. Brings Garth back on strike. It's been an indifferent over by Tom, but picked up a big wicket. Short one. Well, it's going to be wide. It's going to go through the keeper. Well, that's bonus time for Ireland. It's a disappointing result for PNG. 5 wides down leg side.
Yeah, this is not what the captain wanted when she brought her on, Mary Tom. 3 wide so far. One's gone for 4 as well. So 10 from the over. She has picked up the wicket of Gabby Lewis, but from a short wide delivery. And if Ireland can get up to about halfway, you'll see that Papua New Guinea will go completely silent. They get really down as soon as they feel like they're under the pump.
Full toss. That's going to be a no ball, I think. Hit away. It's going to run away for 4. Well, this has been a very, very disappointing over. Well, I wouldn't mind having another look at that. Looked like it was above waist high, but a good result. And a really poor over by Tom. 14 off it. Picked up a wicket, but 14 runs, and there's 3 overs gone. Ireland going at 9 and over. 27 for 1.
An attempted slower ball to go out of the over from Tom, and it went about as well as all the rest of the deliveries. That's the story so far. Lewis looked good for her 10. She'll be disappointed. 1 wicket for Tom, but she's been expensive. 14 from her over. And of course, the first half, the Ireland bowlers were fantastic.
Yeah, 86 to win. Papua New Guinea played well with the bat second half. They were very quiet early on. Power play, they lost 15 for 3 because of this batter. Awala got him back in the game with a wonderful innings. She's going to bowl her off breakers now. Bowling from the pavilion end. Flights the ball up, gives the ball a lot of air. So it gives the opportunity for the batter to come down the wicket and meet it on the full toss.
That one's almost snuck under, but Rebecca Stokell managing to hit it out to deep mid-wicket. I don't mind this decision from the skipper. One person's batted well and they're an all-rounder. Give them the ball early. They're usually the one with the most confidence.
Yeah, confidence will be high. Gives Garth and Stokell the opportunity to use their feet. Hit through the line of the ball. Mid-off is in the ring. Got a long on in place and a deep mid-wicket. Well, the old no-show. Have to re-bowl that one. Kim Garth not happy. Something in her eye line.
Floated, hit strongly but straight to extra cover. Should be disappointed not to miss the fielder, but always good to get one out of the middle.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. It's a little bit of placement that would have run away for 4. So Kim Garth started well, bowled well today, picked up 2 wickets on the sweep. Finds mid-wicket. Needs to not lose heart here, Kim Garth. They're ahead of the game, Ireland. 28 on the board after just 3.5 overs, so they're well ahead of the run rate. Going at 8 and over at the moment. They only need 3.5, so a few dot balls won't cost them at this stage. They don't want to lose wickets in this power play.
Floated again. Big shot from Kim Garth. They've moved that fielder. And it's gone all the way. Brilliant shot from Garth. They've just moved that fielder square. Brenda Tao apologising behind the stumps. Really good place from Kim Garth. She missed out earlier on the over when she picked out the fielder, but she's not missed out that time.
Excellent shot. Awala's going to give you the flight. Give you the opportunity to get the hands through the ball. Very good. Well, that's leg side. That's a wide. Awala under pressure. Ireland. Well, this has been their most impressive batting performance so far. Only in the 4th over, but excellent shot selection, commitment, execution has been very good. Fly to ball again. Finds extra cover. A nice shot. Oh, Kim Garth looks good. Already got a boundary away, got a maximum away. Stoker looks good at the other end. Good partnership forming here for Ireland. That's good cricket. Really good cricket. Will keep the strike as well. Kim Garth looks really focused. Was good with the ball. Wants to finish this tournament strong. Came in as one of the leading players of this tournament and is proving her skill today. Bowl well and started well with the bat. 36 off 4. And the garden is rosy.
Yeah, looked really relaxed today, Kim Garth. She's moving around the field, having a bit of banter with her co-workers, and that's always a good sign for her. If she's looking comfortable, she usually plays well. Gets a bit nervous, so if you can see her moving around chatting to the other players, she's usually on form. So another change of bowling, no surprise there. Mary Tom took a wicket but was expensive the previous over from the nursery road end. It looks like the opener is back. And that is Sabona Jimmy.
Yeah, good campaign, Sabona Jimmy. Currently second in the run charts with 97. She's picked up 8 wickets, looking to add to that tally. Another off spinner, another leg side wide. Ball's flatter than Awala. Awala tends to give the ball a lot of flight. Jimmy tends to drive the ball into the pitch a bit more.
Better from Jimmy. Didn't drag that one down. One thing that Papua New Guinea will be disappointed with at the end of this tournament is their ability to stay up when the chips are down. They tend to just lie flat. Good flight. Sweep. Oh, that's through, but Kim Garth lucky there. Yeah, so when the chips are down, they look like they don't really manage to keep up. They don't believe that they're still in it. The semi-final against Bangladesh, or against Thailand, apologies. Worked leg side, no single there. Yeah, in that semi-final, once they were within 20, Papua New Guinea just looked like they weren't in the game anymore.
Well, Kim Garth just getting slightly stuck here. They got a long on fielder and a deep square, so oceans of room to tuck a leg side between 45 and mid-wicket. Or else down the wicket. Come down the wicket, try and hit to long on, or even come down the wicket and chip it over that mid-wicket. There's vast areas of real estate to hit the ball into, deep mid-wicket region. Comes down. Clever. Very clever. Good use of the feet. It's an area Ireland can, and all the teams in this tournament, can really work on. Using your feet to spin. Very difficult. Especially when you play on slightly stodgy wickets, slow wickets. They hit from a standing base over the top. Need to have good footwork. across the line. I don't think that's out. It's a long way down the wicket. Off the pad. Should get a couple here.
Yeah, just played across that one. Stokel, she's been good about playing through the line. Sabona Jimmy finishes that over. Thought she had a good shout at a wicket, but she's not for 8. Ireland 40 for 1 with 5 gone. So going well for Ireland. A few opportunities for opening up for Papua New Guinea, but given not out.
Well, a long way down the wicket. You're doing well to get an LB when the batter is on the charge. Just turned a little bit as well, so probably just turning down leg side. 5 overs. Ireland, a wonderful power play. Ticking along at 8 runs per over. Really good to see. Kim Garth 13 off 11. Now's the opportunity. You're in. You're set. You've got your iron. You're used to the bowlers, used to conditions. Go get 50 on that. 45, 50. Win the game for your country.
Well, change of bowling again. Verukila Frank coming on from the pavilion end. Hits a good length to start, but Kim Garth up to the task. I'm surprised that they haven't gone back to Ravini Oa. I know Gabby Lewis did well against her in her previous over, but she's now out, so get your strike bowler against these 2 batters.
Push through the offside. Should get 2. Kim Garth, good stroke. Good stride to the ball. Not trying to overhit the ball. That was the key. Just committed to the stroke. Push through the line. In the gap. In and out of the non-striker's end for 2. Good partnership forming here. Ireland need 44 from 88. So a fairly simple equation. Just keep these wickets in hand. Just keep knocking the runs off. Count it down at 10s. On the charge. Bottom hand into it nicely. It's all one-way traffic at the moment.
Yeah, good decisions from Ireland here to take on the bowlers. Don't let any of them settle. It's been a lot of bowling changes so far. Very cool, Keela Frank. Just a medium pacer. Short again. Stokel hits it to the extra cover fielder. She looks disappointed with that. Caught in 2 minds.
All about partnerships. Stokel just needs to stay there with Kim Garth. The longer you stay, the easier you'll get. There's no pressure from the scoreboard. They're well ahead of the game. On the charge again. Hit firmly. Ireland is so far ahead of the game now with this run rate. Absolutely no need to panic. Kim Garth is playing nicely. Stokel just needs to stay with her. Use this time in the middle. Occupy the crease. It'll get a lot easier. Just tick these runs off.
Well played from Garth. An excellent area for her. She manages to get its 3rd man. Scamper through for a single. So the end of Frank's first over. She goes for 5. 6 overs gone. Good power play for Ireland. 45 for 1.
Wonderful power play. Excellent batting by these 2 Irish players. 45 for 1. Gabby Lewis looked good as well. She was playing nicely. Slapped one straight to the point. Good catch by Ravini. Stokel into the team today, up the top of the order. 6 from 12. And Kim Garth, good to see her finding her form. 17 at just over a run a ball. 12 extras in 6 overs. Would be disappointing for Papua New Guinea to give away so many extras. T20 cricket, you cannot afford to give away wides, no balls. It really is criminal. Got a change of bowling from the nursery road end. Got a Rua into the attack. Left arm wrist spinner. Often bowls some bad balls, but can be a real wicket taker.
Well, a good start from her, but a single nonetheless. Yeah, she tends to drag it down a little bit. Arua, that tends to be her bad ball. And on this wicket, it might just sit up a little bit more than it has all week, so she won't get away with quite as much.
Difficult skill. Left arm wrist spin. Effective if you can pull it off. Down leg side. Unlucky by Stokel, was there to hit. Try to smash it for 4. It was there to smash. She'll be disappointed, but a wide nonetheless. Partnership building nicely. Full toss. Full toss. Hit away. Should get back for a couple. Well, it's not where you want to be bowling. 49 on the board here for Ireland. Going well.
Yeah, we'll slightly drag down the previous one that went down leg. So she's ended up going 2 full on the next one. And again, 2 full. Just about lands it. Well played from Rebecca Stokel. Gets it out to deep mid-wicket, but just the single this time around. Almost run out at the non-striker's end.
Well, 50 up for Ireland. Great effort in the 7th over. Good partnership. Nice to see Stokel coming in. 50 for 1. Makes pleasant reading. Good pitch. Warm weather. Outfield much faster today than previous games. And this run chase is going according to plan here for Ireland. With chopped away. Early call. Asked the question. Well, it was closer than one thought. Batter not running her bat in.
Yeah, Rebecca Stokel just looking like she didn't want to sprint there. Tall player, so looks like she's not trying when she is sometimes, but I think that was closer than she expected.
Well bowled. Excellent. Shouldn't be one there. Good work. PNG need to get a wicket here because this game is running away from them fairly quickly. One-way traffic. Ireland winning the toss this morning. Electing to bowl first. They bowl well. Now they're following up with the bat. On the sweep. Really good shot. It'll just be a single. Another good over for Ireland. 7 runs coming from it. A 7 overs ball. 52 for 1. Isabella's left the com box and joined by Ian. Ian, very impressive, dominant display by Ireland so far.
Yeah, it's been, 2 different chases against PNG in 2 different matches, and we saw the way Thailand approached it. And now we're seeing the way Ireland approached it with a lot more aggression. And, well, there's the bowling figures. And Mary Tom with the only wicket so far with 1 for 14. Just look at the amount of dots there are. But look at that figure down the bottom. Left-hand corner, 13 extras. It's just unacceptable in this form of the game. Something that's going to make the coach tear his hair out.
Criminal. In T20 cricket, the ball, so many extras. Not just the wide ball and no balls. It's the extra ball that you bowl that goes to runs. Frank, to continue. On the charge. Clean strike. Good hit. Little bobble, but it'll only be 1. That's what Ireland have done well today. They've advanced down the wicket. They've used momentum into the stroke and hit through the line of the ball. Haven't gone across the line too often. They've hit straight.
Well, just playing the conditions perfectly, to be honest. They know that the surface has dried up a little. So it's going to glide along the ground. Just a nice little push. Then again, just runs a single. Really simple, clean, effective cricket there. That's exactly what you want to do when you're just chasing a low total of 86.
Well, Kim Garth is showing her class here today. Bowl well. Good pace earlier on, and now 20 off 19. Executing a perfect run chase thus far. Stokel across her crease. Favours that leg side. Likes to go leg side. Long levers. A little bit disappointed she didn't quite get out of the screws of the bat, but a good option.
Well, what they're doing here is just giving PNG no respite. Constant singles. It's going to come to the annoyance of the bowlers. That's why we've seen so many changes. Captain struggling to set a field to this. Hitting all the right areas right now.
Well played. Well played. Well fielded too. A backward point. Good batting by Garth. Went across her off stump. Tried to slice it. Third man in the ring. So very, very important stop. If it got past the third man, that was 4. Again, shimmies across to the offside. Struck well to long on. It's only going to be 1. Wala in the action. Bat, ball, and in the field.
Yeah, been very busy today. Had a couple of pickups down there at long on. Good arm, but really impressive. Real highlight of the game there for PNG. Fantastic knock. Really thought she was going to get a half century. I thought she deserved to get a half century as well. Fantastic tournament from Owala.
On the charge. smashed. Well, there's only 3 or 4 people playing the game at the moment. 2 Ireland batters, the bowler and Awala.
Yeah, sometimes you're like a magnet for the ball. And Awala, a bat, was hitting her well, and it seems like the ball seems to be following her everywhere on the field. Well, that's the end of the 8th over, and 58 for 1. Ireland will be very happy, very comfortable with the position they're in. Going about this chase with ease. Blue skies, just a few white clouds, a glorious sight, wonderful sight for a game of cricket. Well, Papua New Guinea, 85 for 8 after their 20 overs, pardon me. Really tight bowling there from Ireland. If you just see the top right, Richardson 3 for 9 from her 4 overs. But Ireland going about this all the right ways. Kim Goff leading the way.
Down the wicket, pitching outside leg, turning. There is turn for the left arm wrist spinner. It's turning down leg. Hold the nerve here. Kim Garth and Rebecca Stokel playing well. Good partnership. See it through. Goes across the stumps. Good sweep. Good stroke. Wants 2. In and out of the crease. Very good. Excellent running by Kim Garth. Wanted 2 from the moment it left the bat. In and out of the crease of the bowler's end. Comfortable 2. Excellent cricket.
Yeah, good bit of fielding on the boundary as well by VAR there. It's always difficult to stop them kind of half bouncing balls as it's just speeding towards you. Did a really good job.
Well, Kim Garth showing her experience. Plays all around the world. Still young but very experienced cricketer. Flatter. Playing a miss.
Well, we'll come to the annoyance of not just the people watching, but of course herself. Where has this form been throughout the tournament? It's all right playing a nice game at the end, the playoff, but the Ireland team and King Goff were frustrated.
On the charge. Placement's good. Placement's very, very good. Wow, it's good batting. Down the wicket. Just brought the bottom hand into it nicely at the back end to get the placement. Excellent for 4.
You know you're in form when you have the confidence to pull off a shot like that. A nice lofted drive, played with such confidence. Elegant stroke play, and look at this, just put the bat all the way through it, and I was always going to find the boundary. Fielder had no chance, it just pops up into the seats there. Really nice batting.
Well, good batting by Garth. Boundary. And then followed up with a 1. Coaches love seeing that. Boundary follow up by a single. One-way traffic here at Forfar today. The third, fourth place playoff. 21 required. 66 balls Ireland. Where has this batting form been all tournament? 65 for 1 in just 9 overs. Chasing 86 to win. Glorious day here. First time we've been able to say that all trip really. No jackets required today. Sun is out, and they've got a belting wicket. We've got a wonderful game coming up at 2 o'clock, folks. The match we've been all waiting for. Bangladesh are going to play Thailand in the final. Both of those sides are already in the World Cup. They'll travel and play in Australia. Wonderful place. Perth, Canberra, Sydney and Melbourne. 21st of Feb to the 8th of March. Lakeside. Milked. Won't be a single, though. It's been one-way traffic today, Ian. Ireland been very impressive from the outset.
Yeah, really good to see. And Isabel Toa getting a ball now. Another bowling change here for PNG. It's just trying to create something. That's another really strong shot, and it's caught. Really nice catch there.
Good catch. Arua at mid-wicket. Kim Garth on the slog sweep. Just keep an eye on this. The last minute, I think she brought her bottom hand into it and kept the ball down, as opposed to maybe going up and over mid-wicket. All she could do was find the mid-wicket fielder who took a good catch. Arua, ball by Toa. 29 and a run ball, though. A good game for Kim Garth. 2 wickets and a run ball, 29.
Yeah, I'll be frustrated with herself. Probably wanting to finish this one out. And just nipped and, well, straight into the hands of Arua there. You could see what she was trying to do, just go over the top like she did the over before. was a really nice, clean catch. Came at some pace as well.
It was too full in the end. It was too full to get the elevation. So unfortunately for Kim Garth, she could only find the mid-wicket fielder who held a pretty good catch, truth be told. Well, new batter at the crease. Orla Prendergast, who had a good day with the ball, has been impressive all tournament. I thought maybe it may have been an opportunity for Emma Richardson to come in. Momentum with Ireland. Richardson's been in good form with the bat. Good striker of the ball. Tossed up. Well, that's easy pickings. I just thought maybe an opportunity for Ireland just to send in Richardson to give it a bit of a nudge and get this game done and dusted.
I don't think they've got anything to worry about now. 65 for 2. Not even hit the 10th over yet. Not on the halfway mark. Only need the 21 runs to do it. Yes, they have lost Kim Garth, but go and give Prendergast a bit of an opportunity to have a nice knock in the middle and finish this off and get third place in the tournament.
Well, leg side smashed away, but unfortunately for Rebecca Stokel, finds deep square. Missed out a couple of times today. Rebecca Stokel, that short ball leg side, finding the fielder in the deep, but she looked good. Got good technique, strong shots, hits the ball generally very straight. One for the future, you'd think. Bit of whiff. Good stroke and a good early call. Good cricket by Ireland. They've done the basics very well today.
Yeah, really good running between the wickets once again. Early call, like you said, and they've had the confidence to do that. And that shows they want to go about this run chase with diligence, and seems like a bit of pace as well. They're going about this in quite a hurry here. Now just 18 needed, and we're just about to reach the halfway mark.
Full toss, swept away. Well hit. Good work at mid-wicket as well. Good bit of fielding, because that ball was hit right out of the screws of the bat. 10 overs bowled though. We're halfway through the run chase. 68 for 2. You've been following the women's game this summer all over Europe, it seems. You've been clocking up some air miles. What are your thoughts on this tournament so far?
Well, it's been good and exactly what I expected it to be. Obviously the weather, this time of year in Scotland was always going to be and cause a bit of havoc, but they've, like we said, the ground staff and the organisers have done so well, but it's been brilliant. And I think most importantly because of the stories. So you see that shot there, just misses the hands of Kaya Aurora there. She could have taken another beauty, but it was hit really hard. But it's been wonderful, and it's been the stories, and I think it's all been all about Thailand making their way to Australia. Wonderful stuff. And also the surprises, PNG beating Scotland. We saw Namibia playing really well. USA putting in a couple really good performances. Not mentioning a close call against PNG as well. And now Frank having another go.
Yeah, the story has been Thailand. They'll be in the final at 2 o'clock. They'll face Bangladesh. Should be a cracking game. Cracking weather too. And an absolute belting wicket, so it should be a high scoring final, we all hope. Leg side. Beats the keeper. That's going to run away for 5 wides. Not for the first time today. Bringing the extra tally up to 16.
Well, another extra there, and it's just been one of those afternoons, but increasingly frustrating here for PNG as Frank doing the double teapot there. That's a sign of annoyance. Another one just rolling away, trickling away. It's been far too easy for Ireland this afternoon. Conditions have been lovely, but you cannot afford to give that many extras away.
Squirted. Want a single. They should make it too. Well, things are going Ireland's way at the moment. Just 12 runs to win. Absolute hammering here for PNG. Ireland showing their skill, experience, class, calibre, call it what you will. Utterly dominant performance. 3rd, 4th place playoff. Across the stumps. Good cricket. Good shot. Outfield's fast. Another boundary.
Yeah, right into the fans, and they'll be delighted to see that one. Another brilliant shot and a strong fist bump in the middle there by Prendergast and Stokel. Like I said, it's far too easy here. Partnership of 13 from the 7 deliveries. They're just chasing this down with so much ease. Look at that. Just extends the body, puts the bat on it. And like you said, really fast outfield. They've got no chance of catching that. Wonderful bit of cricket here.
Well, Stokel's been very impressive. She knows her game plan, stuck to it. Excellent up top. Goes across the stump, smashes the leg side. Well, this is brilliant. This is brilliant batting. Rebecca Stokel, where has she been all tournament? This is fabulous stuff.
Such confidence as well. That was hit really hard. You really heard that thumping sound from the bat ring around the ground. And again, no chance of the fielders taking that. Frank, unfortunately, this is one of the poorest overs we've seen in the competition.
Well, all the other Ireland batters can take note here, because Stokel has started. She has a game plan. She's sticking to it. She's committed to her strokes. Brilliant to see. For the win. Sliced away. Well fielded. Just be a single, but from the moment she went out to bat, they're going to get a buzzer here. They're going to get a buzzer. Well, it's been one of those mornings for PNG. They've given Ireland an overthrow, but from the moment Rebecca Stokel walked out, she had a game plan. She knew what she wanted to do, hit the ball straight, and then occasionally shuffle across the offside and heave it leg side. Commitment's been good. Ireland should take note. Excellent performance. Again, shuffles offside. Manoeuvres for a single.
That's 17 off the over. And that's the scores now matched. Just one to win here. After 11 overs, 85 for 2. Fantastic display by Ireland in this match. Stokel playing fantastic. 25 from 25 deliveries. And there's Ola Prendergast. Wonderful stuff. Gorgeous conditions here in Dundee at Forfeiture. There we are. Scores are now level. Just the 1 run needed. They've still got the 54 deliveries to do it in. Papua New Guinea just being outclassed here by Ireland, I think it's fair to say.
Yep, been superb by Ireland today. They've shown their dominance. Nice way to finish the tournament. Rebecca Stokel, that story about her today, fantastic. Tossed up. Smash leg side. Straight to the fielder in the deep. That's the run Ireland needed. And fitting that Rebecca Stokel was there to hit the winning run. She'll end on 26. Not out off a run of ball. Fabulous innings by the tall Leinster batter. Handshakes all round. PNG, well, poor performance to finish, but they've been excellent all tournament, and Ireland have finished with gusto.
Yeah, PNG, it's not how they wanted to finish this tournament up in Scotland, but they've played fantastic. You know, these tournaments are always about awareness for your team, showing what you're all about. I remember the USA captain was saying that before the tournament. They knew their chances of qualification to the semi-final was very difficult, but they wanted this as an opportunity to show what USA cricket was all about. And the exact same for Papua New Guinea. Proud cricketing heritage with the men's team. I think they've done themselves really proud throughout that tournament, not to mention that incredible victory over Scotland in the group stage.
Yep, 100% agree. They've done themselves proud. PNG finishing 4th in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup qualifiers. It's a wonderful effort. Those two Ireland batters did well. Very, very impressive. Rebecca Stokel. Haven't seen much of her, but that was a really impressive performance. Went about her game plan with real gusto. Good technique, good strong striker of the ball. Stuck to her game plan. Yeah, Ed Joyce, he'll be working hard with her over the winter. But PNG can hold their heads high. Nice to see. Handshakes all around. And games have been played in good spirit. They've been played hard but fair. That's what we want to see. Big prize at stake, obviously, before this tournament started. Everyone wanted to get to Australia. Ed Joyce, the Ireland women's coach. Wonderful cricketer himself, and finding his feet and cutting his teeth at the coaching game. Umpires are busy as always, making some really tough decisions look very easy. Beautiful day here at Forfeiture Cricket Club. This is the story of the run chase. 86 was required. It took Ireland just 11.1 overs. 18 extras. But the story for me, Kim Garth, 29 and a run of ball to add to her 2 wickets. Rebecca Stokel, remember the name, 26 and a run of ball. Very, very impressive. Ireland winning by 8 wickets.
here's the bowling card, and it just wasn't good enough for Papua New Guinea. They were hit around. Just the 2 wickets claimed. Mary Tom, 1 for 14. And also Isabel Tora, 1 for 4, just for no 1.1 overs right at the end there. It just wasn't good enough. But it's the extras. Just giving away the extras. It's not good enough in this form of the game.
Well, Gabby Lewis looked in good form early on the charge, bisecting that cover and mid-off fielding region with real quality. Shimmy down the wicket and a little chip. A couple of bounces into the ropes, and all of a sudden Ireland were on the charge early. But her stay was short. Smashed a long hop straight to point. It was a good catch. Down around the bootlaces. Well held by Ravini Oa.
Yeah, always a difficult take. This catch just hit really hard and taken low. Almost in that long barrier position. I think she surprised herself there. A big smile on her face early on in the game. Wonderful to see. This is Kim Garth showing us why she's such a talented cricketer. But that's the story of the day for Papua New Guinea. Just rolling away. No luck. No luck in the field today.
Well, Kim Garth got a gift, really. An early Christmas present. Waist high, fully on leg stump. You're not going to miss out on a full toss like that. Kim Garth got into the action early. A while a toss went up. Garth said, I'll have a bit of that. I'll have you for 6.
Yeah, so fun to see that in the tournament. We haven't seen many 6s and going all the way here. But this is just a nice lofted delivery. And there we are, just full shot and hit perfectly. God, you should show your coaching classes that. That's perfect. Just rolls over the boundary. And again, she wanted a bit more of it. It was a story of boundaries today. Lofted drive, and that was one of the shots. Wonderful to see.
Well, Kim Garth played well, 29 and a run of ball. Just got one a little bit too full. Was on the slog sweep, was a bit too full to get the elevation. It was a good catch. That short mid-wicket by the captain Arua. Well, that was a story of PNG's bowling and fielding, I'm afraid. Extras aplenty. 18 wides. And they only bowl 11.1 overs. So that'll be disappointing for the coach. Stoker was good. Stoker was really, really good. Good power. Very good technique. And to me, looks a real find for Ireland. Nice game plan. Shimmying across the offside. Smashes it through mid-wicket's hands for 4.
Looks so confident, like you said. And this was the moment. A big full toss and hit hard. And they knew exactly what they did there. And what a performance by Ireland. Confidence. Stokel leading. So young. But also Kim Garth playing fantastically. That top score for Ireland. Comprehensive victory then for Ireland today.
Yeah, nice way for Ireland to finish off the ICC Women's T20 World Cup qualifiers. They'll end in 3rd place here in Forfarshire. Papua New Guinea, 85 for 8 from their 20. Owala played superbly well for her 35. Emma Richardson, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 9. Ireland chasing 86 in just 11.1 overs. 53 balls to spare. A wonderful run chase, led well by Kim Garth. Rebecca Stokel played well for her 26th, no doubt. PNG, well, it's been a wonderful campaign for PNG. They really have lit up the tournament with some wonderful play, bat, ball and in the field. Ireland, up and down campaign, it must be said. But for Laura Delaney and Ed Joyce, the head coach, nice to finish with a win. A confidence-boosting win, it must be said. Winning by 8 wickets and blooding some young players in this tournament. The likes of Orla Prendergast has been good. Leah Paul's been excellent. We all know what Mary Waldron and Kim Garth can do. Sophie McMahon for me is another good find for Ireland. Good seam bowler. But for me, the pick of the players, Rebecca Stokel. Haven't seen much of her, but today she looked really, really classy. Ireland finishing 3rd in the World Cup qualifiers. They won't be going to Australia, but they'll be going home with a win in the bank and a confidence-boosting win at that. Glorious conditions for the final at 2 o'clock. That will be played between Bangladesh and Thailand. For now, we'll send it across to Isabel Joyce for the post-match presentation.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier 2019 3rd-4th playoff between Papua New Guinea and Ireland. With me I have Tony Bryan, Chair of Cricket Scotland, to present the player of the match. And for her 2 wickets for 15 from 4 overs and 29, it's Kim Garth.
Sorry, thank you very much.
Well played indeed, well played indeed.
Am I smiling?
Hold that. One more. Okay.
Kim, just a quick word. A fantastic performance from Ireland today. You'll take a lot from that?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously it wasn't the game we were looking to be in today, but I think we have improved as the tournament has gone on, and I think we have a couple of things lined up for the winter, so we'll definitely take confidence from it.
And your own personal performance?
Yeah, I'm reasonably happy. I think there's always room for improvement, but as you know yourself, I can be a bit tough on myself, but yeah, no, I am happy.
So it seemed like a really happy outfit on the field today. Is that because you know there's so much to come from this group?
I think absolutely, yeah. As I said before, we have improved as the tournament's gone on, and I'm really excited for what's to come from this group.
Okay, well, congratulations and well done.
Thanks, Liz.
Okay, that's it from the post-match presentation. Back to Niall.
Well, many thanks, Isabel. Wonderful to hear from player of the match, Kim Garth, and deservedly so. 2 wickets and a run of ball 29. She ends the tournament with 100 runs on the button. Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the final of the ICC T20 World Cup Qualifier 2019. 1 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. local here in Dundee. Make sure you join us for it. Have a little time off, folks. It's going to be a humdinger. Bangladesh against Thailand. Coming up soon.